obviously got in there thinking, oh, I can't say that. You have to be correct in everything you say. But so let's hope is what I'm saying. And I so I know that you know, that my guides are encouraging me. That's the point that I think is the main point. They are encouraging me to put your family on the healing list, and hopefully you can move forward in more positivity. And they're just coming back in with the bit that they said right at the beginning. They're saying, don't forget, when you reach the point where you think it would be a good idea to move, that they have said in this conversation that it would be a positive move if you make this decision. Because I feel that you have a relative somewhere else in the country, and you have often thought about living with this, living close by or near to this other relative. Would that make sense to you?
Yes. Very good.
And I just get this real sort of encouragement in that regard, that it would be a real positive move, because I know that you have a strong feeling that it's almost like where you live has let your family down or let you down, and it's like there's this feeling around you and your family that there needs to be a change. So, Andrea, I hope that's helped. I know these readings are very short, but again, I will put you and your family on the healing list. If you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Gail Moffat, and I'd very much like to hear from you. So thank you very much for calling in, and goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye. So we've just got sort of 30 seconds left of the show, and I just want to say that it's interesting how spirit work, when we look at the two callers that we've had today, how they look to, my guides very much want to work on a healing level and support and help people wherever possible. And I feel that it's a good thing that to work with spirit. And so for those people that do have those instincts, don't forget, find that spiritualist church, find that home circle, find that medium that will help you and develop you, because the spirit world are waiting to hear from you. So thank you. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, this is Fiona, Persian Medium I Am Power, and you are guys listening to A1R, and of course tonight is Avid Advice Show. I received a lot of calls and also emails that how Avid Advice work and what we can do to get connected with you. It's very easy. You sign up and you became as a client member, and then a starting call or chat as you wish. Our psychics or medium, they are certificate, and they are very qualified, and they have a lot of beautiful, good experience. So, and they are always around 24 hours and 7 days to give you guys the best service as you guys wish. So let's say a couple of you guys asked me like, okay, when I call, How long I should wait that my call, connect to you immediately. So let's say that you're calling right away and just put the credit card on. You are choosing how many hours, how many minutes you want to call and communicate, and then directly call button or chat button. You connect directly to your advisor. It's easy, simple, and I know that many of you guys that can't really come to California and see me face to face would love to continue and talk to me on the phone. So then I am available on avidadvice.com. And I had some questions in regard feelings, healings, and how we should combine those things together. Healings means that you heal something that not really making you to feel yourself anymore. When you're starting to feel that I need some healing, or I need that someone talk to me, connect with me, or work in my body, because somewhere in my body is not really feeling good. I have pain. I'm in pain, emotionally, physically. That means that your body and your mind gave you the signal to say, I need healings. Many of us would love to heal ourselves by your own power, but somehow we can't. So that's why you need someone else to try to talk to you, communicate with you, touch you, and using some power of energies to heal you. So feel good, connect with yourself, and make things happen. So if you guys need any healings, face-to-face meeting, but please email me at persianmedium@gmail.com. And I would love to see you guys and see what I can do to remove all emotional pain, physical pain, and any pain that you would love to have healing for. So back to studio, and you are guys listening to Avid Advice Show, and I have Tamika. Hello, Tamika. How are you doing from Michigan? How are you, darling?
I'm good.
Awesome, honey. Okay, Tamika, give me your date of birth, my love, and then tell me what you have in your beautiful mind, what you want to know at the moment, and let me just look up and see exactly what I can do for you. Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. July 15th, 1987.
Okay. Okay, tell me about your feelings, your type, and your question right away, because your pentagon is just became so open right now. Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. I just wanted to follow my notes and find the right person.
I couldn't barely hear you. Can you say it again?
Okay. I was wondering if I married the right person.
Okay, you want to find the right person. So let me tell you about a couple of things that I can see in here. The first things that I can see, Tamika, is that you've been confused in the past a couple 6 months, or better say 9 months, because it's telling me about less than a year. And you don't know exactly where to go, because I see that you've been around people who wasn't really the right people. No matter what, around actually the August 23rd, August 28th of this year, you are going to have someone around that you definitely going to feel that there is some sort of connection. At the beginning, you're not going to feel like, he's going to be completely mine or somebody that I would love to be with. But I had to say, after 1 or 2 weeks of dating, you're definitely going to fall for this man. He's not like any other guys that you met before in the past. He's completely different. That's why you are going to fall in love. And there is a connection and feelings around, which I can see will develop around the month of October. And basically, almost around Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, 2018, you're not going to be alone. So that means that you are guys almost together. So this year is your year to just say goodbye to your single life. But Tamika, just making me to wonder about a couple of things. What did you done as the wrong things in the past of 2 years? Because in the Pentagon shows that a couple of things you did that you shouldn't. You accept a couple of people that you shouldn't, and you knew that you should accept them. And you kind of like block or somehow stop yourself to moving forward. What was the reason, Tamika? What did you done?
In the last couple of years, I lost a baby in a relationship and into another relationship.
Okay. Because I did maybe pick up the loss of baby because you kind of hold yourself back, you close yourself, you've been depressed. I understand you completely. It's not easy to lose the baby no matter what. But at the same time, you need to move on. You need to move forward. Right now, you are ready for a relationship. But if I'm going to say you are 100% ready, then I lied to you. So what I wanted you to be 100% ready though. I wanted you to stop living in your past. I wanted you to let go of the pain, which is still continuing to go through your brain back and forth. I wanted you to heal yourself. And it's easy to do by distract yourself with something that you always love and you always wish to have. So go to some places that there is a positive people around. Try to stop talking to people about what happened to you about 3 years ago. And if you see some pregnant woman, if you see some family, like a husband and wife, a little baby, whatever is going to make you to feel uncomfortable and sad, I want you to move on and just not communicate and talk. That's what I wanted to completely stop. Direct yourself and connect yourself with 2 years ago. If you do, then I would say that yes, you are ready and you are going to get what you want. So that means that your wish will complete. But if you still continue and go back and forth, my love, nothing will happen. So all I wanted you to do for now on, Tamika, I wanted you to stop living in your past, say goodbye, let it go, and make things go to the right directions, which I can see that you can easily do with your power, with your energies, and with a little bit of distraction. And you have also stuck in something that has to do with the career, which I can see that you're trying to do something about it. I can see some changes is coming, which is all good. What is exactly you are thinking to do, Tamika, when it comes to your career? It's happened lately.
Finishing school.
Okay. Can you get closer or not closer to the microphone because I can barely hear you. I just
finishing school.
Okay. You want to change your school?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. That is actually the good decision, and the change in school for you is not going to be bad. And I feel about like it would be actually the new beginning for you. And yes, you have to do an answer from the Pentagon is yes. Just go for it. So you can go for it, Tamika. But one thing, number one, stop living in your past. Number two, stop thinking about what happened to you when it comes to the loss of the baby. And number three, try to not attract bad boy to yourself because you always want to heal others. It's time for you that someone come to your life and heal you. You got it, baby?
Yes.
Can you hear? Okay, got it. Okay, gorgeous. Do you have any other question?
No, that was it.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Tamika. And for more information, and if you want to have a private reading with me and having more connection, gorgeous, you can go to avidadvice.com, sign up, and you receive your 5 free minutes. And then after, you can communicate with me in a private manner. So back to studio, you guys listening to Avid Advice Show, and I have Georgina from Sydney, Australia. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, Fiona.
Awesome. How are you, gorgeous?
Sorry?
How are you doing, my love? How's it going? What time is it in Australia?
Oh, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Weather's good here.
Okay, good. Okay, sweetheart, give me your date of birth first, and then tell me what you have in your beautiful mind and what I can do for you. Go ahead.
Okay, 26/12/68.
Okay, three things come directly in the middle. The first, which is very important part, it was health. Number two, it comes from the changing and challenging or moving position. And number three is showing me about some signing the contract, doing something, and getting into something serious. So now, tell me what's going on. Shoot your question. I have to open the new pentagon for you because I have a lot of things around you. Go ahead.
Yep. I'm finding a lot of struggles at the moment. I'm an empath and I work in a dementia unit, and between my work and my family life, I'm struggling, and I think emotionally, I'm shutting down.
Okay.
So I just need to know, because I've always known and felt where I'm going and what I'm doing and if it's right, but right now it's shut completely.
Why you feel that way, my love? Why are you feeling so down? And I see that it's not necessary, but you are really being hard on yourself a lot. You did a lot of stuff that you shouldn't do. So why you are doing yourself? Because the first things that come in the middle of your pentagon was your health. So you are not in a good condition when it comes to your health because you are stressing yourself a lot. You gave yourself a panic attack, which is not necessary. And you take a lot of things personal. Why you care about people? Why you are so? I understand it's family. I understand a lot of things you don't want to hurt. You don't want to even, get connected with those conversations because you feel that it's not fair. But do you think that you can change the situation? Not now. Of course not. So what you can change, you know that you can never ever change people around because they are who they are, and it's kind of very hard to change those people. But what you can do, you can change yourself, the way that you are thinking about them, the way that you respect them, and the way that you communicate with them, or letting them to be in the middle of the circle of your life. So I wanted you to stay away from those that make you to feel nervous, uncomfortable, sad, disappointed, and unhappy. This is your choice, and you can do it easily. Yeah. And I don't understand why you have to even concern too much about people who may not have any value in your life. You're just hurting yourself, creating more panic. You're letting your body to shut down, and your brain, which is, you're an intelligent, beautiful woman. You know what you want, but now, lately, you can't even think correctly. You can't even use your talent. You don't know even what you want because you're completely lost just because of those couple of people that may not really important. And you gave them so much value. You're just giving them so much value right now with me and you talking. Stop giving them so much value because they are. If you got hurt one time from someone and you feel that this person is just continuing, just move on. As I said, you can never ever change people because it's very hard. They get used to be that position. And as you know, I always says about the giver personality and receiver personality. Many people, it's just having a receiver personality, and it's not just because they want to hurt you. You're just used to it. Then move on. Find someone that actually can be, in your position. So that's why I feel like you need to really change a lot of circumstances, and I think the most important things for you right now, sweetheart, is about that change your thought. The way that you see and feel things, the way that you connect with those people, I want you to change it. I want you to challenge yourself. Let it go. Now, I want to ask you something, and I want you to tell me exactly what's bothering you. Right now, at the moment that you are talking to me, what is exactly bothering you? What is exactly making you feel stressful, anxious, uncomfortable and sad? Just right now. Go ahead.
Probably I can't move on from the past. I just can't let go of a certain, probably person, emotionally, not physically, to move on and see better light with my now partner.
Okay. What this person caused you emotionally that you feel that inside you is still bleeding and you can't move on?
I don't know. We were together, and I think it was a struggle to stay together just to understand his illness. And I just haven't let go, because we're still friends. I keep friends with everyone. And there's just something about this one that I just can't let go. We're still friends, but I just can't. And I'm trying very hard, and I feel that that's blocking me to allow any new love in.
So let me ask you the question. Why you want to be friends with someone that you feel that you got hurt for? Why you want to choose to still kind of like be a friend and have a conversation and communication?
I don't know. That's my issue now. I don't know at the moment. Everything's in turmoil in my head, in my stomach.
Well, because you stop there, because you feel, because I can even feel and sense you psychically that you have a guilty feelings, and you feel that you have to be around this person no matter what, and you letting this person use and abuse you more than you could think and imagine, as you're still continuing, and this person is still continuing to use you. So I wanted you to cut the cord, because you don't need to explain anything to that specific person. You don't need to be around someone that you got hurt already. If something happened to you in the past, and because you did not have any knowledge and you didn't know about that person, well, okay, you got lesson. But if you continue and it happened to you in second time and third times, then you can't see that it's just, I don't know what's happening. It's your fault. So right now, if you continue with this specific person, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to hurt yourself more. And remember, the first things on the Pentagon that I opened, just the first word actually that come, it was health. So if you continue this way, your health is not going to hang in there. So you are going to have problem. That's why I wanted to stop feeling guilty. Stop blaming yourself. And that person, it sounds to be have a master of narcissistic personality to come after you, to trying to hurt you and say goodbye, and again come back and manipulate you, and then say goodbye, and then again come back and manipulate you and say goodbye. So let it go. You can't do anything with the narcissist person. No. If you have someone which is narcissist, it's just, I'm sorry, it's just not going to work out. And if this person is not even allow or understand that he or she had that type of the problem, then it's going to be even worse, because you're never going to have any voice. He's never going to allow you to even say something about yourself and about your thought, because it's always, he's right, he's been always correct, and it was always your fault. And no matter what you are fighting, no matter what you are going back and forth, no matter what you are trying to defend yourself, he's going to push you down more and more and more. And at the end, you're going to feel that you did not even have any sort of value as a woman, as a person, as a friend, as someone that you really cared about that specific person. So why are you trying to allow someone using and abuse your emotion? What I can see, you're a talented woman. You're successful. You know so much things. You help a lot of people, because I can see a lot of people around you that always come and ask you for advice. And you gave them the best advice ever when it comes to that position. But when it comes to yourself, you feel and you kind of, stuck and feel hopeless. I mean, come on, it's time to get up, stand up, let it go, and be yourself again.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me?
Yes, 100%. I know. I can see it all, and I do help a lot of people, but it's me always comes last. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Painful for you, and I get that. That's what you mean by you may not, and it's kind of hard for you to do that. But you know what? You have to. Sometimes we need to cut the cord, because if you are not that, you are going to lose yourself. So all I wanted you to do for tonight, write it down on a little piece of paper and says, from tonight, I'm not going to allow anyone, and specifically that specific person, hurting me, using me, and disvaluing. Because it sounds like this man knows exactly what to do to making you feel guilty, put you in the blame situation, and it's always going to be, come to me, say sorry, and then maybe I will go back to you. You have to break the habit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's not going to change because he has that problem and he never ever accepts his problem. So the narcissist is always breaking up, disappear for 3 months, come back again, standing for 2-3 months, breaking up, back, and again, come back. So that's why I always say to my client, if you are dealing with a narcissist man or narcissist woman, just cut the cord. Until this man or woman love to change this personality, get help, and understand exactly what type of problem he or she has. And in your case, my recommendation to you is cut the cord. Let it go.
Yeah.
If it's going to be so hard, if he wants to come, don't answer your phone. Block him completely. Break everything. You can't be a friend with a man that you are in love with, or you can't be a friend with a woman that you are in love with. That's what I'm telling to my students. It's kind of impossible. If you are in love with someone and you couldn't have a relationship, and you always had the imagination that you want to marry this person says, no, you are just my friend. Remember that. I'm this, I'm that. So you can't ever feel comfortable with the man or woman that wants to just be your friend, but would love to use and abuse you when she or he wants. So what I wanted you, don't be around a person that you are absolutely fall for, but this person has no feelings and no clue and not knowing exactly what he or she wants. So get out, my love. I have 90 seconds. So for more information, gorgeous, you can go to abbyadvice.com, sign up, have your 5 free minutes, and you can directly call me if you want to have a private reading. And thank you so much for all my audience. Have a great one, and see you next week.
Hi, I'm Asiya, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio, now, on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hello everyone, this is Fiona, Persian medium. I am Hover. Good evening. Well, as you guys can hear me, I'm so cold and not feeling good. A little bit of fever, but I will try my best to be for you, or to be here for you guys and do the best. Well, before I start my show and before I start caller, I want to talk about how to get rid of anxieties and kind of anxious feelings quick, or kind of as quick as possible.
It may happen to you that may you just like been in a bunch of group of people that you don't know. You've been invited in some places that you never been, and also some people came to you and just like say hi without even you knowing them. So you felt kind of, oh, it's strange. I'm getting kind of anxious. Just all stress and anxieties come all over me. You want to go to kind of like an interview, like a job interview. You just feel like, oh my God, my heart is just coming up like to my mouth. I don't even know like how to control these anxieties. Well, it's very easy to do. The quick fix is about distraction. Distraction could be anything. So you need to distract your brain about that very specific and very significant topic, or better say subject, that bugging or bothering you at that moment. Let's say that you want to go to job interview, and next is going to say, well, you know, Miss Linda or Miss Jessica or whomever you are, just next is your turn. So when you feel like, oh my God, I can't even go. I feel like I can't even breathe. And what should I do? So you close your eyes for almost 30 seconds. You breathe deeply and out, and then you open your eyes, and then you're telling to yourself, you rock, you're gonna get it, and you have to. Another distractions is about you look into something or some of those pictures that you love, or listen to the music that you really and absolutely into it, or any sort of that could just like quick changing your subconscious mind's kind of directions to another directions. It will absolutely help you to get out from stress, anxieties, and panic attack. Drink water is also another thing that you guys could do, because it will absolutely prevent that your body is just like working out, the blood circulation is working out, kind of jumping up and down also for maybe 20 or 30 seconds, that'd be also perfect, jump just up and down. So any sort of distractions that body could just circulate directly or correctly through your blood circulations or also kind of subconscious mind, it would be absolutely fantastic. So, and another thing that I want to say, actually, I received an email from my client, and she's 18, and she is asking me about why I feel that I am ugly or I look ugly. Well, it was kind of like funny because I couldn't even actually answer. I was just like, what should I tell her? I mean, should I say, well, sweetheart, you're not ugly. You're the most beautiful lady, but the things is your hormones, the bodies, anything that actually is changing right now in your mind and your bodies and everything to make you as a teenager, as a lady, and whatever it is just making you to feel kind of not yourself anymore. And that's maybe why you feel that you do not really look like the way that you did like for 5 years ago or for 4 years ago. Well, it's completely normal. So I receive a lot of email from teenagers, and they telling me about like, yeah, we feel this, we feel strange, we are there and there. Well, I had to tell you guys, well, I'm very jealous of all of you. I wish if I was teenager, but I'm not. But enjoy your time and never say, oh, why I'm look ugly, and why my skin is not look good, and why my voice is just changing, and why. It's not why. It's just a start to be a man. It's just a start to be a lady. And be happy for those hormones changing and everything. And make sure that you enjoy every single minute and second of it, okay? Because life is too short and fly like that. So now back to studio. You guys listening to A1R, and this is Fiona. And I have Kizzy. Hello, Kizzy. How are you doing? From California. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well, sweetheart. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How was everything so far?
Oh, everything is okay. You know, I just need a couple things answered about my life because, you know, I'm just uncertain about a lot of stuff right now.
Sure, my love. Give me your date of birth first, sweetie. Let me just open your Pentagon right now. And then shoot your question. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay, my birthday is April 16th, 1980.
Okay, sweetie. Okay, my love. Now, what you have in your heart and what I can do for you. Go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah, I just need to know about my living situation. You know, if I'm going to be able to get a home for myself and my kids before the end of the month.
Let me see. Okay, my love, there is a couple things that come into your pentagon. The first things that I can see it in here for you. There is some change and there is some challenge that is on your way. And good news is they are not bad, not as stressful as you think they are. And there is two people. The one person that I can see in the middle is about the guy, like a middle age, almost in between 48 to 53. Going to and trying to help, or somehow you are going to win over some situation and get things correctly done. This guy will help, and this will absolutely make a lots of positive and amazing impact on this situation right now. There is a couple of stress that I can see that you have right now around yourself, which I wanted you to just remove, and kind of control your emotion, control your anxieties right now, because you're not going to change anything by getting more anxious. You're not going to gain many power or any power to do or getting panic attack right now. So just try to let it go. That's all you need to do, because the guy, as I told you, in between 47 to 53 will help you out, and you are going to be completely fine with your children, my love. Now, there is two things came in the middle of your pentagon. I'm still kind of like not understanding why it came there. Do you have some legal issues and some problem with someone? Or is someone tried to threaten you with something, honey, lately or recently?
No, I don't have any legal issues, but I do have someone who is about to go through a divorce who's in my life.
Okay. So that's what I can see. It's telling me about that this specific person will win, or somehow everything is going to go on that person's benefit. So this is also came on the pentagon of yours, which is you can actually, give that good news to that person.
Oh, okay.
Because I see winning, positivity, energies, and also comfortability about some decision that will absolutely changing everything around that person, which is going to be as positive as good. For you, there is some sort of movement, but it's not so long. It sounds like there is no force. No one going to force you to move, but it's going to be on your willpower. And also, I see some money changing, which I can see that some money and prosperities and some unexpected money also come from some places for you, which you never thought that is going to happen, but it will. Again, they came the man in between the 48 to 53 year, and again come in the middle of your pentagon as helping. Who is this person? A man, middle-aged, 40 to 53.
I have no idea.
Wow. So then, oh my gosh, you have him all over the place on your pentagon right now. So around the date of 17, 18 of March, through actually the March 25th and 27th, expect the man, middle age, 47 through the 53, come around and be with you, helping you out from that problem or the things that you have right now and worried about. Any other questions, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm having some issues with my, with one of my children.
Okay.
I don't know if you do, with my daughter, my 16-year-old. I just want to know if her attitude's gonna get better, because we're constantly arguing, and that's causing a lot of trouble at home too.
Well, before I start my show, I just like talk about the teenager girls and also some email that I received from one of them that they became sensitive. They feel that they look ugly, they are not attractive, and they kind of became cocky and just like give or having so much attitude around. And it's all normal, sweetheart. All I wanted you to do is just like try and stop arguing with her because they can't control their emotion. They can't really just like, acting as like they are normal because as we know, there's a lot of hormones and things that just go up and down. And we actually went through all those, period as well. But we forgot because it's now a couple of years of it. But I can understand your daughter and I can understand your frustration and kind of like your anxieties and sadness of all those things. And you want that she's going to respect you, love you, and kind of listening to you. Well, of course, she will, but give her time. Stop arguing with her. So arguing, it's not going to get her anywhere. It's not going to give you any respect back, and she's going to get worse. So no argument. Try to have and build a very strong, nice banding connection as a friend. So be just her friend instead to be just the mother, okay? And make sure you validate her attitude. Sometimes they are doing something they want, so just like, get some validation from mother, from father, from parents, from brother, from sister, from the, anywhere. So that's why if you feel that she is trying to kind of do kind of crazy things to make you to feel nervous and also sad, it's not because she wants to make you sad. It's just like she's screaming after attention. So give attention, but in a positive way that she's going to understand about, like, I would to give back, as positive as possible. And of course, 15 years, a lot of guys just look at her. She's starting to look at herself, in the mirror and see like if she's beautiful or not, if my hair is good enough or not, or if I can compare myself with my friend, and am I good enough, or is the guy in my class actually like me better than Lisa or Linda or Jessica? So it's completely a normal behavior, and those kind of like a low, or better say self-esteem, low self-esteem or low confidence is just coming home and of course goes directly to mom, and mom can't tolerance either, and then it's going to create a lot of anxieties, fight, and other things. So instead of just telling him to stop doing it, or why you are talking to that guy and why you are doing this, try to create some friendship with her and limit all the argument and fight. Make sure that you understand her emotional feelings, which is based on hormones and other stuff, all the changes that is around us, around her. And what I can see it in the Pentagon psychically, what I feel about her, I'm not worried about her future. I'm not worried about she may actually in some places that could cause some danger, craziness in their future. So everything is good, no red flags. All you need to do is just be there, both as a mom and best friend, that she could just have some ability to come to you and tell you the truth about everything that's happening, in her school and wherever she's going. You got it, honey?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Love her and just tell her that how beautiful she is every day. Validation, attention. Don't forget about, okay? So back to studio, guys, and now you guys listening to A1R. So people ask me about like where they can find me. Well, you guys can find me in avidadvice.com, avidadvice.com, and A1R Network. So back to studio, and I have Connie. Hello, Connie. How are you doing?
Hello?
Hi, honey. How are you doing?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm glad I got on tonight.
Oh, thank you, baby. And I'm glad I have you tonight. So my pleasure. So gorgeous, give me your date of birth first and then shoot your question. Tell me what you have in your beautiful mind and what you have in your beautiful heart. Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. Well, first, my name is Connie, and what I'm wondering is about 4 years ago, I lost somebody very, very special to me in a tragic accident, and I just wonder how they're doing. now.
Okay. Can I have a name of the person, and exactly for how long time ago was it that you lost that person?
His name was James, and it was in 2013.
Oh. Okay. Place is close to the ocean. It's showing me about the feelings and the connection that they have, or he especially, he has a very, very beautiful place, telling me about the blue color of the house, a house that has a window with the blue color, and also telling me about the ocean side, ocean view, also telling me and showing me about some backyard, and I feel the 3 and 4 bunnies that is around him right now. So two bunnies around. So it sounds like that he is, and he's trying to tell you that he finally bought the house, and he finally got the house that he always wanted to have, and he is in a good place. And there is actually, I feel him in a kind of like a white shirt and the blue jeans. And also I see him and feel him also around that he has some necklace, which this necklace is kind of like a sign as a name or for something that is creating about something or somebody. Is also kind of like wearing and trying to tell you about thank you protection, and also some trip that you have to go, and is talking about like go to that trip, or it's time for you to do, and don't be scared. Sounds like that he want to tell you that you should not be scared about something that you want to do, and some trip that he's talking about it. But he's showing me the house, a beautiful house, light blue color, and is telling me that is close to the ocean, has ocean view, and I feel and sense her with a white shirt and blue jeans right now. What else you want to ask him? I'm here, and he is actually close to, and I can see and feel him, and he will give you the answer, honey. Go ahead.
Okay. Does he see me a lot? Is he around a lot?
He was around a lot, actually, in the past of 5 days. He's telling me about the anxious and a little bit of anxieties and the boringness that you had. Did you been lately worried about something? Do you want to do something that you're scared of to do? He's trying to tell you, I'm here. Just do it. You will absolutely win over that situation, and you will gain something that you always wanted to gain. It sounds talking about prosperity, it's talking about love, and it's also talking about something that you always wanted to have. There is something that he's trying to show me is all backyard, and is the green, some sort of plant, something that he wants to tell me about it, that I had to tell you, just like go for it, make it happen, and just like sign it or go to that trip, and don't be worried about it. And he is telling me about some woman, age about 35 to 42, and he's trying to give you some sort of warning about that person. I don't know who is this person, but it sounds like he's trying to tell you that be careful, don't trust specifically that person. But he is telling you, I was around you for a long time. Sounds like that he's not in pain. He's trying to tell you, just let go of all the feelings and the tense feelings that you may have about that, tragedy and whatever happened. He says that he's in a good place, and he's calm, and everything look good. So just let go of all the pins and kind of crazy feelings that come to you about that things, and try to stop thinking about how and kind of which way and why he passed away. It sounds to be that he wanted you to stop thinking about it and just fresh your memory, like a good memories about the past, and forget about what happened to him. That's what he wanted you to stop. Just like have it like a movie. It sounds like you have it like a movie in your brain. It's just going back and forth directly. When you connect to him, you connect to the tragedy, you connect to the place and the way that you missed and lost him. So just don't do that. just reconnect him with the very strong and sharp and awesome, gorgeous memories that you have about him, which has nothing to do with tragedy or the loss or the accident, okay? So that's what he wanted you to do from now on. It may because it caused you anxiety, it may cause you panic attack, it may cause you that you feel nervous and bad and unhappy. So that's why he wanted you to stop and thinking about it, okay? So I'm really glad he's very happy. He's handsome. He's great looking right now. And he says about like that, I'm watching all over and I'm listening. So, and he's telling me about the kitchen, the place as a kitchen, the kitchen table, and also left side of the kitchen or left side of the chair in that kitchen that is telling me that he is always there and he's listening, or kind of like is the famous place for him, so he's listening. So, or maybe if you sit there and you kind of like, it's your famous place, I don't know, but he's talking about the kitchen chair.
Yeah,
left. Okay, and then he's there with you all the time. So now you can ask any other question that you have, because I still have him, I still feel him, I still can get answer from him. So just like use your time now. Just tell me what exactly, again, you want to hear and you want to know. Be specific about it, because he has kind of like answer to all your question right now. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay, is he going to send me somebody new in my life, somebody that will be just as important as he was?
He's telling you that's why he actually even mentioned about a couple minutes ago that yes, if someone come to you, ask you or want to take you out or kind of like take you to some trip, okay? And if this person is going to come around you anytime soon, and if you have to do it, just do it. Don't wait. He wanted you to find someone, and he says that my spirit will help you to find the right person. And yes, he really and absolutely wanted you to be happy. And he gave you all the permission to do what to do and what you want to do to be happy with anyone and whom you are. But he's telling you that I am helping you to find a right one. So yes, and sometimes Spirit actually sends us a lot of energies and connection, and that's why I feel good about it, because now he knows exactly what you want, and that's why he wants to help you out. Don't feel lonely. He says, don't feel lonely. I'm all around you right now. I'm protecting you, and I'm listening to you. You are not alone. I'm here for you. He's telling me again and again and again. He's happy for you because he feels you find yourself finally after he passed. He says that I'm happy and proud that you could wrap yourself, and I will be around you and wrap you with all protection and love as I can send, because I have permission to send from other side. So
okay, tell him that I loved him so much. He's still so important to me.
He loves you back to the moon, and he's telling you that I always gonna love you, I'm always gonna waiting for you. I am proud of you, and please next time when you remind about me, you are not reminding about anything that has to do with our tragedy or my tragedy or the way that I passed. Please just remind about the good, awesome, beautiful timing that we had together. So he wanted you also to go to the nice restaurant, some places that you guys used to, and he's telling that I'm going to be there, the place that me and you used to go. So just go there and feel and stop bugging yourself. So he loves you to the moon, the same way as you do. And he's all the way love.
Yeah, okay. It's still hard, but thank you very much.
You are very welcome, gorgeous. I'm very happy that I could just connect with him, so I do not have too much time. So thank you so much, love. I will send all my prayers and energies to your man and the man that you lost. I know that he's in a good place. We all going to send those prayers and energies to him. Now back to studio. You are guys listening to A1R, and For more conversation and connection with Fiona, go to avidadvice.com or go to A1R and PersianMedium.com. Have a great one and see you tomorrow at 8 Pacific time. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Chloe Folan, Clairvoyant, and you are listening to Ray Path Productions here on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. As always, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everybody who's taken time out of their evening to listen to the broadcast live or to watch the live broadcast. And I would also like to extend that warm welcome to everybody who intends on catching the live broadcast after it's aired. A very warm welcome to you as well. And it's always appreciated that there are people out there, because I get emails and calls and texts all the time. There are people that do deliberately like to sit down and make time to watch the show, whether it's during a live broadcast or after the live broadcast. The feedback is always very appreciated and always lovely to know that people are getting what they need out of the show, that it's providing good information, that it's providing good support. Always very good to hear back. On that note as well, I just wanted to bring up, because I did put a notice on my website and my social media pages, I think it was the end of last month I put up the notice, that at the end of the month I will be on maternity leave. So even though I have put notice up about it, I am aware that some people might not be aware, because it's not something I'm, shouting about, like that people are seeing me in person. And of course, people know. And then I did put up notice on my website. And like that, it hasn't been very obvious here on the show, because my producer Dave has been keeping the camera north of the border, as they say. So no one's been seeing the tummy slowly expanding. So I am in my third trimester of pregnancy. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, especially when I put notice on my website, I had an influx, which I'm incredibly grateful for, of people contact me going, can you please fit me in for a reading? Can you please fit me in for healing? And what I have been doing is I've been keeping a cancellation list. And if I am getting people rescheduling or cancelling before I go on maternity leave, I have been going through my cancellation list and making sure I'm able to offer those places to other people. But just in the last 2 weeks, especially with the notice I've put up, I've received a huge influx of queries over bookings for readings and bookings for healings. And due to the high volume, it is taking me about 3 to 4 days sometimes to reply to emails, calls, texts, and people contacting me on Messenger. So I just wanted to utilize my show to extend apologies that if you are someone who's waiting to hear back from me, I'm not ignoring your emails, calls, or texts, but with the high volume of queries that I've been getting, I'm finding it impossible to sometimes reply to the emails, calls, and texts on the same day. So if you are waiting to hear back from me, I will contact you back. I always like to be able to sit down and reply to people's contact with me properly and professionally. But unfortunately, if you have contacted me in the last week or two seeking an appointment, unfortunately, I will be replying that I don't have any appointments available before I go on leave, but I will be offering time slots for when I am back. So we'll be returning to work after maternity leave. So like that, if you do want to make a pre-booking with me when I am back from maternity leave, please feel free to do so, because at the moment, my first 2 weeks when I am back are starting to book up as well. Please do keep in mind that I do have an international client base, and I do tend to book up 2 to 3 months in advance anyway, regardless over panic with people realizing that I'm going to be off for a couple of months for maternity leave, and the influx of queries, which I'll say again, I'm eternally grateful for. But if you have contacted me in the last week or two, please do have patience with me. I always reply personally to the queries that I get, but please have some patience with me with replying currently. It is taking me about 2-3 days to get back to people. If you have been querying over an appointment, my apologies, but I do not have any gaps before I go on maternity leave. But I will offer you times and dates when I'm back off maternity leave. And I do my best to not leave people stuck. So if your query has been about a reading or about a healing, if I can't do anything for you appointment-wise, I always do like to still give advice and be able to point you in the right direction. I don't like to leave people hanging. I don't like to leave people without support. So I can either recommend on a colleague or I can recommend on someone else to see while you wait for me to come back off maternity leave. So like that, I always do my best by people, but please do have patience with me, and please do understand that when you are contacting me, it is me you're contacting directly. I don't have a receptionist, I don't have an assistant, and nor do I want one. I like the fact that when you contact me, it's me you're talking to, no matter whether it's messenger, email, call, text, or anything else in between. When you are contacting me, it's me that's seeing your emails and your requests, and it's me replying to you directly. And I always keep people's queries and information completely confidential, and that is the way I will always operate. So please do understand when you're contacting me, it's me you're getting directly. So thank you for your patience with allowing me to explain myself and just to more publicly be, putting it out there that, I will be on maternity leave at the end of the month. And apologies again if you're waiting on me to get back to you. I will reply, and I will do my best to make sure that you've got the support that you need, even if I can't see you directly. On that note, I do have a lady, Carrie, apologies. I've got a lady, Kerry in Florida. Kerry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Kerry, how can I help you? Did you have a query you wanted to run by me for a reading? How can I help you?
Just whatever is for my highest and best. I don't have a certain subject or anything.
No problem, Kerry. Let me just shuffle the tarot deck for you as well as tuning into you clairvoyantly. I do utilize the tarot as well. So give me 2 moments just to do a general spread for you, just to see what advice I can offer.
Thank you.
Now, Carrie, I'll just go straight into the reading. Definitely in the recent past, there has been difficulties that you have overcome. And right now, you are asking me about what is in alignment with your highest good because of the difficulties that you've been through. So definitely the advice card here and the present advice card here I have is the Star card, which is definitely urging you to take this time out to really focus on your gifts and your talents. And definitely what you invest in yourself is what you will get out. But one area that I do want you to be careful of, and this is hidden influences, is some of the difficulties do seem to be related to health in the past. So why I have cards here showing me that there isn't any ill health on the way, because of what you've been through in the past health-wise, you do have to be mindful of the fact that you can't burn the candle on both ends. So the advice really is to look into your gifts and your talents and go, do you know what? I'm now feeling more on track. I am feeling better. I am feeling more stable and more aligned. Now that I've got this foundation of things being better for me, and now that I have this space, what do I want for me? You know, what talent and gift do I want to invest in for me? And make time to pursue that. You've got full permission from the powers that be, and it's in alignment with your highest good right now to do something for you that you want to do for you. But please be mindful not to bite off more than you can chew. So like that, don't try to do 3 different things at once. You know, don't try to, force yourself into doing lots all at once, but definitely do start making some headway, investigating your gifts and your talents. And on that note, did you have a more direct question out of this for me?
No.
Like that in terms of gifts or talent, no problem. So in terms of gifts and talents, definitely the likely outcome card here is the Queen of Wands, which does denote someone who would be interested in pursuing and understanding more about spirituality and spiritual matters. So like that, please do pursue anything healthy and professional that speaks to you in that manner. But I'll say it one more time, please don't do too much at once. So if you do decide to do a course, just have it be one course at a time. If you do decide to start something, have it be just one thing, because there is a bit of lingering issue over not pushing yourself too much at the moment. Is that okay?
Yes, that's good, yes.
Perfect, Carrie. It was a pleasure connecting with you. If you did want to connect with me through social media, the easiest way to do that is through my website. So please do feel free to follow me on any of my social media pages through my website, www.chloefolan.com. It was a pleasure connecting with you. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. And we have Abigail in Texas in USA. Abigail, can you hear me?
Yes.
Abigail, how can I help you?
Yes, I'm concerned about my career.
About your career, okay. Is this a query in terms of, do you want me to have a look to see if it would be appropriate for a career change, or if you stay in your current work? Do you have a more direct question around career that I can help you with?
Should I do a career change? Because I've been teaching for 18 years and I'm tired. I'm ready to do a career change.
No problem, Abigail. Give me a few moments to tune into you and your query, and I will use the tarot cards as well. 2 moments, please.
Okay.
Now, Abigail, this is very interesting. I'm drawing a few cards for you. I'm nearly doing what's called an annual spread, because definitely I want to draw more cards just to get an idea month to month what's happening here for you. Definitely, number one, I do advise a career change. I really do. But like that, I can see from the card spread and from tuning into you that this needs to be done in a methodical manner. So like that, I would also advise taking a bit of time off if you can. So my advice would be, yes, you do need a break from your current career, but like that, do it at a time where it's not going to put you under financial pressure. So I do believe you might have to wait. We're in October, November. You might have to wait until December to start to do that. But definitely, if you can do that without putting yourself under financial pressure, do look at taking a bit of a break from teaching in the month of December. But do also see if you can take a little bit of time off, if possible. I know sometimes that's not doable for financial reasons, but if you can at all, take about a month off, or even 2, before jumping into another job. I would advise that. So work right up until December, if you can, save, and then take about a month or 2 off. And then in the following year, so that would bring us up to March. Definitely then in March of next year, then do have a look into a different career. So like that, do you have some qualifications in law or anything to do? I know you just said you're a teacher, but with the teaching skills and qualifications that you have you ever looked in to see if any of your qualifications do give you a foundation? Any qualifications in law?
In law?
Yes, in the legal profession.
No. What I wanted to do is have a master's in in communication.
A master's
they have
in
this
communications.
position available at another college, and it's to be a director over Title V grant. And that's the position I want.
And
it
that
pays more money, and I need that job.
And is that starting in March of next year?
It'll start in March next year.
Is that when the job's starting? Because that's when I'm seeing you in a new role, is in March of next year.
No, it starts like as soon as possible.
Like that, I'm going to do another spread just to see if that's the job you get, because I'll say it again, I'm not seeing a big job change until March. So I just want to do another spread, because from what I can see, it's March you land in a new role. Now, maybe they'll trial you first, or maybe when you get that job, it then leads to something else in March. But definitely, I'm not seeing a big significant job change until March of next year. So let me just do another quick spread to see if this particular job is the job you get. I'm not too sure if it is, but that doesn't mean that that other job in March won't be just as good. And it does seem to be a job that does more involve legal work. So it's not that it still wouldn't be kind of what you've just described to me, but it does seem to be a little more aligned with law and working with law and working with the legal system in some respect. And it's a good job. It's an extremely good job that I'm seeing in March for you in March 2020, extremely good. So like that, it's a very, very good job, very good pay. It's very solid. And from March onwards, it just goes from there, as in once you get that job in March 2020, things are a lot smoother. You're a lot happier. You're far less stressed, even though obviously a bigger job comes with more responsibility. But it's a job you're happy in. It's a job that's more rewarding. So definitely there's work in March that you are going to be extremely happy with, that you will get. I just want to do a very quick spread to see if you do end up getting this job you're talking about now. 2 moments, please. I think it would lead to something else, Abigail. I keep being shown that. I was shown it in the last spread, and I'm being shown it again in this spread. And even tuning in clairvoyantly, I keep being shown redirection. So like that, my advice is, my goodness, still go for this job and put your best foot forward, and go for the interview and put your best foot forward. But it's not straightforward that it's this job that you get. There is redirection being involved here. And once again, I'm seeing the redirection that comes in, leading into you getting a better job in March 2020. So there is redirection here. Still go for the job, still go for the interview, but it's redirection. It's redirection. This will not be the job you have in March. And I believe that through you pursuing this particular job, it's a different one that you do get. So like that, even though that might sound a bit disappointing, in the long run, it's not, if you get what I'm saying. Sometimes something can happen, and we can initially go, oh, for goodness sake, that's such a disappointment. That's very odd. Why did that happen? But then when things have a chance to play out, we turn around and go, do you know what? That was brilliant. Do you know what I mean? That it's one of these situations where it just needs a couple of weeks, a couple of months to fully play out, to show you that there is something better coming for you. So like that, do not be disappointed if you don't get this exact job. There is redirection going on here, and something else will come out of this that will lead into being in a better job in March 2020. So I'll say it again, there is redirection here. And it's positive redirection, even though it might not initially feel like that. Did you have
I don't have
other,
any experience in law. I don't have a degree in law.
Like that, you won't need a degree or anything like that in law. This job that I'm seeing in March, and even with the redirection going on, means working with law. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be qualified in law, but it will put you in closer rapport with people that are working in law and the legal profession. And don't forget as well that quite often when someone hires you, if they do need you to upskill, they will pay for you to do any type of upskilling that's needed. So that's possibly why I'm also seeing this as a positive, because, you know, that's really nice to have a workplace that not only is giving you a great opportunity, but will also, you know, fund anything extra they want you to do as part of the job. So please don't worry about that. Please don't feel like you've got to go out and get a qualification. Don't do anything right now other than go for the interview and see what plays out. You don't have to do anything other than wait to receive what's coming. And I guarantee you, once you're in that job, anything that's needed, the company will provide. You don't have to worry about it. And sometimes companies do that. They will hire people that have the basic experience they're looking for. They'll wait to make sure you're a good fit. They'll give you a 3-month trial. If you're a good fit, then they will pay for your training. Sometimes places will do that. They don't want somebody who has already been there and done that. They want someone trained their way, if you get what I'm saying. Sometimes people think that you've got to have sometimes more qualifications, and sometimes that can go against you because if a firm thinks, or if a company thinks, or an organization thinks that you're completely set in your ways already, then it might not be the best fit for them. There are companies out there that will deliberately find someone that's smart enough for the role, that can do the basics of the role, but isn't set in their ways to the point they can't then train them the way they want. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So like that, redirection is key here. What you're going to be experiencing over the next couple of weeks is redirection. Please do not go out and feel like you've got to pay for a legal course. You do not. See where this takes you. Go for the interview. Don't be disappointed when redirection comes in. March 2020, you'll be in a really good job, and any other extra qualifications you need will be provided through the company.
Okay. All righty, because I was really like depending on this job here because I would love it. You know, it's dealing with Hispanic and it's all about retaining them, helping them like enroll in classes, do training, you know, and it pays well, 70,000. And I'm making 47.
Still go for the interview, still enjoy the experience, but I guarantee you it will be redirection that will be coming in. So if you don't get that exact job, please don't be worried. It will lead to something else. So don't panic if you don't get it. It will lead to something else. And it could be that you do a little bit of that work and then get brought into different employment. So all I'm saying is this job that we're talking about is not the job I'm seeing you get next month even. And it's not the job I'm seeing you in March 2020. But still go because of the chain reaction that will happen that will lead you into the job I'm seeing for you in March 2020 that will tick all the boxes and be better than what you were expecting.
Okay. Wow.
So like that, still go, enjoy, but don't panic when redirection comes in. Enjoy the interview, go, make the most of it, and just see where it goes and let the redirection take you where it needs to be.
So if I get the job, should I take it?
If it's offered to you, yes, but I'll say it again, I am not seeing you in that job in March 2020. It leads on to something else. So it's not, if you do get offered it, take it, but it's not the job I'm seeing you in March 2020.
Okay.
Redirection. Your career is going to get redirected over the next couple of months. Just go with the redirection.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Perfect, Abigail. Enjoy an interesting couple of weeks and months. It was a pleasure connecting with you.
Ms. Ireland.
You're very welcome. Same to you. Take care. Bye-bye. Like that, I just want to extend a big thank you to everybody who has called in for live mini guidance readings, and just to let people know as well, but because I am heavily booked out until I go on leave at the end of the month, if you do want to receive a mini guidance reading with me, the best way to do that would be through the show. So if you would like to call in to Raypath Productions, please do mark it on the calendar to tune into A1R Psychic Radio or Moonstruck TV. It's on A1R Psychic Radio that they give the details for how to call into the show for a live mini guidance reading. So it will be this week and then 2 more weeks. So in the next 2 shows, if you want to contact me, please do make sure that you do tune in. It will be Tuesday evening, 10:30 p.m. Irish time zone, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in between, if you do want to follow me on social media, please do so through my website, www.chloefolan.com. Even though I can't provide appointments right now before I go on maternity leave, please feel free to drop me an email if you've got any queries, and I'll do my best to help, and I'll do my best to provide as much support as I can. And I will be back after my maternity leave, and Raypath Productions will be resuming as well after my maternity leave. So please do tune into the next 2 shows. The next 2 Tuesday evenings, it will be the last opportunity to contact me for little mini guidance readings and to connect with me in this way before maternity leave.
everyone. Welcome to Angel's Divine Guidance. I'm Angel, coming to you live from Saskatoon, Sask. So, let's see. I thought I would talk about our various levels of vibration. It's a lot. I get a lot of questions when I'm doing readings. So I thought I might just get a little more in depth to it, okay? As humans, we have an amazing sense of intuition, okay? And we use it to live our lives to their fullest, okay? But we tend to limit ourselves to just a few of our senses. As children, we're raised to believe the 5 senses, okay? But there's so many more senses than just the 5, all right? So we can be using more than our 5 senses to help us define our truth, to live our life to our fullest, to be our happiest, okay? There's many vibrational awarenesses or senses of the energetic reality. We all experience vibrational awarenesses on varying levels, okay? So just to go into a few of the various levels of the vibrational awareness, we have our intuitiveness, okay, and an empath or empathic feelings, okay? This is just knowing something without knowing how you know it. It's just a gut feeling. It's there. You know it's what you must do, no questions asked. But when people ask you, well, how do you know? You just go, because I just know, all right? With the empath, we tend to feel all energies. So not just people's energies, we can feel the animals' energies, we can feel the plants' energies, we can feel like our table and our chairs' energies. Have you ever been in a situation where you have sat down in a chair in a restaurant and you kind of all of a sudden get that little wiggly move going and, yeah, no, I don't like this chair. So you move chair. Or at somebody's house, you sit down on their couch and it's sort of like, I think I'll move over. And you don't have Sheldon telling you to move over. Okay? So just know that that's a sense that you're using in your intuition and in your empathic abilities. Okay? There's also psychic awareness. Now, traditionally, people have looked at psychics as being fortune tellers, okay? But that's not necessarily the truth. Some psychics can tell the future. They can see ahead. Those are ones who are more developed. But in general, we just use our psychic abilities to raise the vibration, okay? So just imagine we're at a vibration here, and as we use our psychic intuition, our psychic awareness, our psychic abilities, we're raising our vibration up. And each time that we raise up, we get more clarity and we get stronger messages. And eventually you can be doing fortune telling, mediumship. It's just depends on how you choose to develop or how you choose to go forward with it. Okay. The next one is mediumship. Now, that's a tricky one. I get a lot of people asking me about the mediumship. And I've always been told that all mediums are psychics, but not all psychics are mediums. And I've used that term at times. But the more that I'm developing and the more that I'm researching, the more that I'm finding out that that's not necessarily the truth, because we're all psychic and we all have the capabilities to developing our mediumship. It's just for some of us, it comes easier than others. Okay? And mediumship is just a higher form of psyche. Okay? We're able to connect with the spirit world. We're able to connect to their energies. We're able to feel what they're feeling, or we're able to see or hear the messages that they're giving. So there's many different levels of mediumship. So you can have somebody who's just beginning, and a lot of the times when somebody who's just beginning mediumship, they're actually doing a psychic read off of the person they're reading, opposed to actually contacting spirit. Okay. And an easy way to know that is when they're in the psychic read, they're just picking up everything that you're thinking about on that person that's on the other side. So you have to be looking for something that nobody else would know but the spirit. Okay. Now, there's also times that as a medium, the spirit will give us a message that necessarily isn't, how do I put it? You may not understand it at the time, or say, nope, 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 that doesn't make any sense. But then after the read, if you start talking to friends and family, there'll probably be somebody that'll go, yeah, that is correct. You just didn't know that information when the reading came through. And that's just the spirit giving you a piece of information so you know that you've had a correct read, that we are giving you the right information. Now, then you can get into your mediumship of the person who actually is talking to spirit. So they're getting the information that nobody else knows. There's no way they would know this. And they're just giving that information. So they're at what I would call like a mediumship at the level when you're doing mediumship. So they are connected. The third and more challenging one for a medium is to actually get into a higher up where they're actually letting, well, I don't know if you want to say letting it, more of a channeling, which would be our fourth one, which would be channeling is our other awareness, where they're actually putting their consciousness aside and letting the spirit do the talking. Okay. Then we can get into our channeling part. Okay. Where in the channeling end of it, the person literally does put their consciousness, their ego, everything to the side. And they actually bring in either a spirit guide or their higher self or the spirit, and then they bring through the messages. Automatic writing is a type of channeling. Okay. When somebody says, oh, I just meditate and do automatic writing, they're actually channeling to get that information and writing down the messages that's been channeled. Some people who will channel will actually feel and remember when they come out of the channeling. Then you'll get some people who will channel that when they come out of it, they don't remember anything. So they don't remember nothing they've said or anything that they've done. So there's kind of different ways when you're looking into doing the spiritual work or the psychic or the mediumship. It's all on how you're going to choose to develop and how much you're going to choose to practice to develop it. Okay. Now, I know I've had a few incidents where I will be doing a reading and I'm kind of into the channeling, but at the time that I'm getting into the channeling, the spirit actually wants to enter my body. I never allow that. I am dead set against it, for the simple fact is I don't know. Like, that's somebody else's energy that's getting into my body and can cause a lot of health issues and a whole bunch of other stuff that we really don't want. So myself, it's just something I choose not to do. So a lot of the times in the reading, you'll kind of see me shake, and it's sort of like, no, back off. You're not getting in me. We'll just channel, we'll just communicate, but you're not going to enter. All right. So with that being said, we all start at a lower level when we're developing our psyche. It's just some of us as children never shut it off. So we've been developing from being a baby all the way up to whatever age we are today. And other people have to have something traumatic, a death in the family, an accident, a divorce, something that kind of tips them back into it. And then it's whether they choose to develop it or not. All right. So just before the show, just before I got dingled up, I was shuffling the cards. And for everybody watching, I got the Love and Peace card. Okay. So that's telling us we have to let go of the control, the needing to be right. We have to choose to come from a non-judgmental place with the rest of people in the world, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what they've been through. We handle things differently than they do. All right. So just know that it comes to be a depends for everybody. And just because we don't think what they're doing is correct, that's our opinion, and it really doesn't matter as long as it's working for them, then that's all right. Okay. So now I see we have Cheryl in Leduc, Alberta. Oh, Canada. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. And you?
Oh, I'm doing not too badly. I'm excited about hearing what you pull for me.
Well, your card that I dealt out just before I was phoned up here is the card. Okay. So that's a card that's telling me that you need to take charge. Okay. So you need to lead by example, and you need to walk your talk. You have a lot to teach people. Okay. You have a lot of people who look up to you, but I'm getting the sense you don't trust yourself. Is that correct?
Well, I'm going through a health issue right now that I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. I've been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, my girl. Oh, I just went through that last year. Okay.
And so I've got my head wrapped around it. I think I know the path that I want to take. And finances are going to be an issue, but
no, it's the correct path for you. And don't worry about the finances. They're all going to fall into place exactly when you need them. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So they're telling me that the choice you've made is correct. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Don't let the doctors talk you out of it. They're also telling me you need to do a little more research into the naturopathic remedies.
Right.
Okay? So like your dandelion tea, your beet juice, your super green juices. All right?
Okay.
Now, you need to get off of all sugar. That's going to be a hard one for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Sugar,
oh, yeah.
sugar is what turns on the cancer cells and what makes them grow. Okay? So just watch that sugar, like get off of it. And remember that carbs turn into sugar.
Okay.
Okay? Protein turns into sugar. So you've really got to watch what you're going to be putting on your diet. Okay?
Okay.
I can always help you more. Just email me, okay, at cosmicearthangel at outlook.com, and I can definitely help you. because I went through this a year ago. I chose to have the double mastectomy. Doctors argued with me. Short story, I won. I got it done. I did not have to get chemo and I did not have to get radiation because the combination of going on the holistic path along with the surgery, I did not have to put any chemicals into my body.
That's what I like to hear.
So you got this. They're telling me like you really got this. You're gonna have about a year of a bumpy road. Okay. You're going to have to honor your body. So once you're on your path to recovery with this girl, don't rush it. Line up help. Line up people to do meals for you. Line up people to come in and clean your house. Line up people to do your laundry. Okay? Do not try to force the issue and get back on the horse as fast as what you're used to doing. Okay? You will set yourself back if you do that. Okay? You have to give your body that time to recover. Okay? It's a major battle. That's all I can say. It's a major one. All right? So you need to have the help and it's time. It's time for you to balance out because you're a giver. You do everything for everybody. It's now time to let them come up to bat for you. Okay? Now, do you have a grandfather on the other side?
Yes.
Did he die of a heart attack?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So he's here and he's with you. Okay? Now, he's the one that's going to bat for you, so know that he is right next to you. He sees everything. He hears all your prayers, and he's there, girl. So trust that you're in good hands, okay? Because he's going to bring everybody into your life that you're going to need, and you're going to need to trust that, okay? Again, you're supposed to slow down. I don't know what that means, but you're supposed to slow down. Okay? Now, he's also making a reference. Do you have a car?
Yes.
Okay. He's making reference to the rear passenger's tire. So I don't know if it's a low tire. I don't know if it's a flat tire or if it's a brake issue. He's just kind of going, like he's showing me that he's walking around your car, but he's stopping at that rear tire and making a point at it.
Occasionally.
Slow down. Okay?
Yeah.
So the speed, the tire, whatever issue it is, it's going to be a combination for disaster. So you might either, if it's the tire, get it fixed or get the brakes checked, but he's making a reference to that tire. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, do you have any other questions for me?
No, you said my finances would be okay.
Yes, it's all going to work out in the end. Okay. Now, keep all your receipts. Okay. If you need to buy any medical supplies, keep those receipts and hand them in with your income tax girl. Okay. You're able to get deductions for those. Okay.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. Now, does he have anything else to say? Okay, where does the dog fit into the picture? He's referencing a medium-sized dog.
That's my dog.
That's your dog that you have right now?
Yeah.
Okay. He's making it a point that does the dog stay with you a lot? Like laying beside you, sitting on your lap?
Yeah, she's a real lady, or she's a real mama's girl.
Yeah, she's healing you, girl. She's a healing dog.
Okay, good.
Okay? She's going to help you heal. She's a healing dog. She's using her energy to help calm you down and de-escalate your stress, because stress is another bad one for cancer. Okay?
Okay.
So give her a good hug and a good kiss and an extra little treat and maybe a little bit of Timmy's double.
Okay.
She's doing a good, she likes double. He's going,
Yeah.
she likes double. So just give her a little extra of it tonight before you go to bed.
Okay.
Just because she's there for you, okay? And know that you're not in this alone. You can contact me at any time. Okay? You can get, like I said, through email or just go to crystalclear101.com. My cell number's on there. You can text me and I'll support you as best as I can. All right?
Okay. Thanks very much.
You got this.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Magdalene. You're welcome. And we have Magdalene in Vancouver, Washington.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm an awesome possum today. So I did your card, and your card is the Sacred Vision card. Okay? So in that card, it's more a meaning forgiving in order to heal. So there's love has no boundaries, all right? So you kind of are a person that holds on to things, they're telling me. So you need to let that go so that you can heal. And I know a lot of people will go, well, why do I need to forgive them? I don't necessarily believe in you need to forgive the person. You need to forgive yourself for your feelings, things that you've said, things that you've thought, so that you can move on. Okay? Now, they're also showing me that you're on a roller coaster right now, ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna all start. Okay, that's all going to start to work itself out. Okay, like it's going to start to level out. You're you have to learn to trust. Okay, you're holding on too tight out of fear, and because you're holding on too tight, you're keeping what you don't want instead of letting it go and making room for what you do want. Okay, so know that the money is coming. All right, know that situations are going to start to change. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Are you working right now? Like this is a little fuzzy for me.
I'm working part time. And I caregive through home. I have 3 little ones. Well, they're not all little anymore. I have an 11-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Since I've had the kids, I've just been working part time and what I can do. So definitely that would be and this past year I've been thinking about just some of my job options, what I can do with that.
Why aren't you going back to school?
Why am I not going back to school? Well, my husband has about a $60,000 student loan that he still has there, and with my 2-year-old, I mean, if I knew which direction to go, what I guess
definite.
I was in a situation where I had to basically, I was accused of something, and I had to get a lawyer. Finally, everything was overturned, and so now I'm thinking about what is it that I want to do. Do I want to go back and be a caregiver? Do I want to work at a school? There's so many things that I'm passionate about, and
you're going to stay. You're better to stay in the healthcare. Okay.
Okay.
Now you're a caregiver at the moment, but they're showing me that Have you ever thought of becoming a practitioner? Like an LPN, like a nurse?
You know, I have, but what I'm kind of fighting with right now is so I used to believe in, you know, a lot of things that modern medicine had to offer, and I'm just learning a lot of things in the pharmaceutical industry that I just you know, I'm so disappointed in how they're running their business, and so I kind of tend to speak out about a lot of things about as to what the pharmaceutical industry is doing to the population and to what they're doing to people that they don't know.
So
and I'm very passionate about it.
This is where you need to, maybe for the schooling, suck it up, buttercup. Go in and get that training. And once you have that training, you're going to switch it over and you're going to start looking into the holistic, into the naturopathic way. All right?
Yeah. That's
so
what
you're
I like
going
to
be you're going to be a nurse that's going to be specializing in the naturopath. And you're going to develop your career doing that type of stuff. Okay? But you're going to need to get some kind of certification to be able to legally do this. So I'm not sure how it works in the US, but I know here, like, we have just a normal nurse, then we have an LPN, and then we have an RN. Okay?
Right.
A registered nurse.
I mean, I would really, that would be awesome and, you know, really good. I just have been out of school for such a long time, and I have other talents. I have other talents, like I love to cook and other things, and there's a way I'm looking to become, you know, what are my options to become financially independent? What could I do to do that? So that way I can be here for my family and, you know, actually raise my kids.
You're in a position where no matter which way you look at it, whether you want to do your own business, which you can do being a holistic practitioner, okay? You just need, no matter which way you're going to look at it, you need to go back to school. And you're going to need to get the certificate and the education to do this. But it doesn't stop you right now from researching online and doing some online courses that you'll be able to get credited towards when you go get the diploma or the certificate. Okay?
Okay.
And the money's coming. They're showing me you just got to stop worrying about it. It's all going to work itself out in the end. Okay? And your little ones are going to adapt, because the work that hubby does and the work that you're going to do, you're going to be able to work your hours that one of you is always home with the kids.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air, Psychic Talk Radio, now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hey, Kathy. How are you today? So it's, first of all, I didn't sleep at all last night. Not for anything unwholesome, just because I was behind in a project, and sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do. So my this past week, it was a high holy days in the Jewish religion. My father was Jewish, my late father, who was a great man, and he managed to marry the least Jewish woman on the planet, aside from like Charo. Boy, did that reference just date me. But it was very sweet. My dad, I've been thinking about him a lot. The high holy days mean this. First comes Rosh Hashanah, which is the new year. Sherry, what year is it now? 5730 or something? We have the Jewish people count from, anyway, it's a different year and a bigger one. So there. It's still 2019 to my mom, but anyway, so Rosh Hashanah is a joyous time, and you eat apples with honey because you want to have a sweet year. But a few days later is Yom Kippur. Some people say Yom Kippur, but that always sounds like fish. I say Yom Kippur. And it's the Day of Atonement. And it's a day that we do something slightly, well, it's not like it's un-American, but it's not very in line with our culture these days, which is where we take a day to fast and to think about, I like to think about it as, okay, what's gone right in my life? What's gone wrong? Where do I need to be grateful? Where do I need to take responsibility? Because thinking about oneself and actually saying, you know what? Maybe I had a part in this dynamic that isn't working so well in my life. Nobody likes to admit that. Nobody. But it's an interesting day, and I learned a lot this week. One of the things I learned this week, both through me and through others, is usually what we do to, how can I put this? I learned that we project a lot of our own stuff onto other people. Let me be a little clearer about that. So I had a couple of clients this week, and I love my clients. But two of them were talking a lot about how the people they were working for weren't paying them and were playing tricks with money and stuff like, being like, well, I said I'd give you this. And then they didn't pay me. And I had to do the slightly embarrassing thing of like, remember how I told you it's a certain amount beforehand because I can see into the future, talk to dead people, it is my job and I'm accurate. But it's really interesting how they were having done to them what they were doing to others. So that was a big truth I learned. Second truth I learned is that everyone looks like their dog. It's just true. Don't even try arguing. And what was the third truth? This is going to be embarrassing if I completely forget the third truth. The third truth, I guess, is that, well, it's hard to change, but it's worth it. And that things are, the third truth was 99% of success in life is just showing up. But what I really learned through a day of meditation was that apparently if you're fasting but you order in pizza, nobody knows, it doesn't count. The other thing I learned was that, we're all naturally self-centered. And we take our own problems very seriously, very dramatically. Oh, so dramatic. As my father used to say, tragedy is when I cut my finger. Comedy is when you fall down a manhole and die. So it's thinking this year about looking ahead, being a little more compassionate and thinking about what other people are going through. And that's pretty much enough philosophical rambling. So that's how I grew up, half culturally Jewish, half going to an Episcopalian convent school, which was great, but a little confusing. Then I became a Buddhist, and now I just randomly pick one thing or person a day to found a small, tasteful 24-hour religion around. A lot easier, no religious wars. Hi, darling, you're in Oklahoma, and you're very patient. How are you today? Probably asleep after. Hi, thank you for not nodding off during my meditation on religion. How are you?
Is this a real person?
Yes, last time I
checked. Okay. I'm sorry. Because I could have sworn this whole time it was a recording, wasn't it?
I'm from a theater family, so I just talk like this normally. It sounds more pretentious
Oh my gosh.
than I actually am. So
okay. Well, I'm sorry. I had like my son's with me, and I was like kind of stopping and talking to him every once in a while because I thought it was a recording. But I was listening, but like I was like talking at the same time and listening to you, and I was like, I'm sorry, that's freaking rude. I don't even know if you heard that, but me talking every once in a while. But I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. And I often wonder if I'm real too. So.
Well, I was thinking it was like a recording, like while I was on hold, like kind of telling me about you, and then you're gonna answer or something like that. I don't know. I'm insane.
I normally just start the show off with like a tarot weather forecast for the week. I don't use the tarot to say like, oh, it's going to be 99 and rainy, but like a tarot, right. But I just wanted to wax kind of, pretentious and a little long-winded about whatever came to mind. But yes, I'm absolutely real. I don't even have Botox. And hi, I'm happy you're here.
Oh my gosh. Well, hi. Yeah, I just thought it was a recording of you, but I don't know. I'm crazy. Well, yeah, my name's Tiffany. Yeah, it's 8:00 here. I was confused about the time because I don't know why, but I knew y'all were an hour ahead. But I was still thinking it was 8:30 or it was 8:00, and the readings weren't supposed to start till 8:30. So, yeah. Anyway,
you're a perfectionist. That's very
very
sweet. Yeah, no, that's nice. You like to do things right. So, darling, tell me what your birthday is. You don't have to tell me the date. I won't tell you mine if you don't tell me yours, or you can. But I bond to people through their birthdays. I'm sorry, I'm glaring at my roommate, but oops.
Yeah,
so what
birthday
day is your birthday like?
It's June 25th, 1991.
Oh, I have shoes older than you. You sound so mature. June 25th. That's a great. It's actually one of my spirit guides' birthday. My grandmother. That's the early part of Cancer, so you're very tough and very sensitive.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I'm assuming those are your kids, right? Or they're not rentals or anything, right?
Right.
Okay. I mean, I'll talk fast if you have to give them back by a certain time so you can get the deposit back. I know how that is.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just have one son.
He sounds like 5. He sounds like 5 sons. He's great.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I'm almost to my house, and he's in the back seat, and so if you hear toys and stuff, that's what it is. But we're about to go in the house, like we're about to pull up.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll tell you what. While you're pulling over, because I want you to concentrate in your driving, I'm going to grab my cards and show you my roots. Okay. Let me just see what I. Do you miss Jason's father? I'm sorry. What's your son's name?
Joshua.
Oh, okay. I heard it wrong. Close.
Yeah.
Do you miss his dad? Or are you thinking about getting back together?
He passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I got.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so that's I was talking to the lady, I don't know who it was on Facebook, but she said that you guys could do like a mediumship reading, and that was kind of like who I wanted to talk to.
Well, you got me, and I'm good at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just so you know, for future reference, hi, my name is Perry. That's P-E-R-I, like periwinkle. My last name is Lyons. Lyons, Lyons. Wow, he passed. And that was in fact why I said, "Do you miss?" I usually sometimes blurt out stuff I'm not even knowing I'm saying. Did he pass 12? Did he pass 12 to 14 months ago?
Yeah, it was September of last year.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Yeah, 12 to 14 months.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. I never really know what to say when people say sorry, like thank you. Thank you for saying you're sorry. Yes. Yeah.
You know, as a culture, we really don't know. It sucks he died, and it sucks he died young, and I know you miss him. So that's a little more real. Oh, yes. He was cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, he had this thing of being very serious and very funny. Like, he had a lot. Whoa, this is an unusual person. I miss him. I didn't even meet him. He could be very funny, but he could also have like a lot of dignity and be like very.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you think
he was big on
what?
I was just going to say he was big on like respect. Yeah. Yeah.
Honor. Yeah. Oh dear. I don't want to get too personal. I'm about to ask a really personal question. I'm getting conflicting. I actually am having a hard time getting how he passed because he doesn't want to talk about it, and you don't have to either. Did you guys argue over Joshua's name? Did he want to name him something like Brandon after a sort of a 70s cool cop show name?
No, we didn't actually. The thing was, if we had a girl, he picked the name, and if we had a boy, I picked the name. So there was no problems there. And as far as I know, he liked the name that I picked. But my son's name is Joshua. Just the same as his dad. So I named him after him. And then after my dad, he has two middle names, my dad and then a friend of Josh's that had passed named Joey, so his name's Joshua Michael Joseph Griffin. And I think Josh liked that name.
Yeah.
With his passing, nobody really knows exactly what happened, but I do, but a lot of people I kind of hid stuff from because he was on a medicine called methadone, and I guess he had methamphetamines in his system.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I got was that he was trying. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep cutting you off.
No, honey. I'm the youngest of 5. I don't know how to talk without interrupting. I don't feel comfortable if I finish a sentence. It's great.
I was just going to say that those two mixed together, and then he had a lung infection, which also he had pneumonia, and all of it together caused a heart attack, and he passed very quickly.
Yeah, he did. I'm sorry, because the thing that was confusing me was the multitude of symptoms, but also that he was trying to get clean.
He
also,
was.
But he was ashamed of kind of falling off the wagon, and
he didn't even tell me. I didn't even know.
Oh, he wanted you to be proud of him, and
I know.
And he had fetal alcohol syndrome too, so he had like a brain predisposition to addiction. It wasn't weak will. It wasn't, but he had fetal alcohol syndrome because his mom drank when she was
I didn't know that. Yeah. I did not know that.
Well, don't ask
I knew that he struggled with it. And he was doing really good, and really his thing was doing pills, so I don't really know why he did meth, but he just did, and I don't know. I think that started towards the end of his life, but I'm not really sure, because he hid it from me. I was shocked at the hospital when they told me it was in his system.
Well, I think he had attention deficit disorder. It's what made him so much fun to be around. That. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I have it. It's not a terrible thing, but actually, I think it's kind of useful. But sometimes people who have undiagnosed ADD, they a stimulant will. You know, when I was like 17 and modeling, and guys were giving me coke at nightclubs. For any police officers who are watching, that's Coca-Cola. Just so you know,
right?
No, but everybody else would be swinging from the chandeliers, and I would be like, "I'm going to organize my sock drawer," because it was it was like, "Wow, I can think." So, what's sad is that he wanted to get his life together for Joshua and for you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Boy, was he romantic.
Oh yeah, he definitely could be. He was the more emotional of the two, me and him. But yeah, I thought he had depression, and he was self-treating the depression. That's what I thought. But I knew it was some type of self-treatment that he was doing, because that's like I feel like that's the majority of why people do it.
Oh yeah, you're very wise for one so young and cute.
Thank you.
Often. ADD and depression go together like hot dogs and sauerkraut. That's a very New York thing to say. But it's hard because ADD is frustrating because it's hard for you to finish things. It's hard for you to, and you feel guilty, and people like criticize you, and you know. But and he was very proud, very, very proud man. And here's what he wants you to know. Don't feel guilty if there's somebody coming into your life. This might be a friend of his. I almost want to say his brother, but I'm not going to. But in case that happens, send me $10. But there's somebody coming into your life who you might feel like, should I do this? Also, you are one loyal kitten. And
thank you.
Yeah. Well, you have honor and loyalty. I'm having you cloned. This will only hurt for a minute. It's so nice, and you really do. You have a lot of loyalty, and you have. I mean, you don't make a big deal out of it, because people who do are jerks. But but you have, you live in an ethical and moral. Your life is about your kid and about figuring out how to make a better life for both of you. And that's, I think, the other thing you called about. Is that right?
I only had the mediumship in mind, really, but
I'm happy. I'm happy to join Joshua.
Yeah.
He was young. He was 27.
He was 30.
Oh, sorry.
30. Yeah. My birthday is in 1991. His is 87, I believe, or 88, 1988. So, I was 27 at the time.
Okay. 1988. That's the Chinese year of the dragon. No wonder he's so proud. Wait, 88, 76, 64. Chinese years of Western and Eastern astrology. Chinese astrology is Eastern astrology. Western is like, I'm a Pisces, and Chinese is like, and I'm a tiger. So he feels like a dragon to me, because he liked sort of pomp and circumstance. He liked he liked events. He liked celebrations, and and he was, I think he was quite good looking, but it was an unusual way. Almost like, I wish I could just beam this picture into you. almost like a slightly flat face, but much more attractive. Then I'm making that sound. Okay, here's what he has to say to you.
Yeah.
4 minutes. Yeah.
Well, he's also short. Yeah, he's also short too, so it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Nice shoulders, though. I like that barrel chest. Yeah, yeah. He was a hot guy.
I know.
Okay. He there are a couple things he does to show you he's around. For one thing, when he shows up in your dreams, that's a visit. That's not a dream. That's a visit. You've also seen him once in passing. You caught something out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, "That's weird." You have a lot of intuitive. Yeah. You might have some Native American way back, or American Indian, whatever, way back in your heritage on your mom's side. So
yeah, we do.
Yeah, so that's a very powerful receptor for not like a fetishy or sentimental way. It's like my indigenous American friends are just naturally great at this. They don't even think about it. So you have some of that. Actually, I think he did too. And tell me his birthday. I've got 2 more minutes.
It's March 27th, 1988.
Oh boy, that's a tough day.
Yeah. Or not 27th. I'm sorry, that's my dad's. His is March 2nd.
Oh, he's a Pisces. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
Pisces.
yeah.
We don't. We either leave young or really old. It's sort of like there's nothing in between. Take it from take it from Pisces. He's really, really, really proud of you and your boy, because you've just forged ahead. You don't feel sorry for yourself. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not really for me. I feel more bad for him not being here.
Oh, don't believe for a second that he's not right there. He tends to be a little in back of you on your left side. I'm not making this up because he had beautiful eyes. The color changed a lot. Boy, was he soulful. Yeah. His son is going to he's going to sort of be around. So what I was going to say before is look for signs he's there. It might be, it might be birds or feathers, coins, something like that. Coins and feathers, birds with feathers, birds without feathers, feathers without birds, coins with feathers, something like that. Also, there was a magazine he used to like. Did he like a magazine like Popular Mechanics or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. I don't know the name of it, but yeah.
I know, but that's what me neither. I'm a girl. I don't care. He will show up in your dreams for a visit sometime in the next 2 weeks. He'll probably sit in your bed. Don't get freaked out. He really loves you. You're the only woman he ever loved. And he's not going anywhere. You can move on with your life. Yeah. His love will be there. And boy, is he going to help that kid. And just very quickly, because we have 10 seconds, here's the deal with asking for help from people who passed. They can't just jump in unless it's a matter of life and death. We can ask them. We can say, hey, when my dad died, I was like, hey, Dad, could you give me some publicity? And 2 days later, the New Yorker magazine, which was his favorite, called and said, I'd like to do something in you. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. So it's amazing. It's easier than you think.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
We have to go stay in touch. I'm catching up with people. I'm trying to give people like free 10-minute readings. So get in touch. I'm on Facebook. And just God bless you, my dear. You're going to be fine.
What
and
was
that
your name
kid
again?
is a firecracker. Perry. So it's like P.
Yes. Perry. That's right.
Winkle,
yeah.
And then
Lions.
Okay. L-Y-O-N-S. All right, my love.
Okay, I'll look for you.
Yeah, please do. Get in touch.
What?
Get in touch. I'll give you a free 15-minute. Yeah, get in touch. You're very cool.
At A1R Psychic Radio, we know you lead a busy life. That's why we've assembled Earth's top psychic TV and radio hosts in one location. Psychics, mediums, astrologers, tarot practitioners. Your premium encounter with our hosts is free when it's done on the air or on our TV station, Moonstruck TV. Our hosts are all light workers with hearts of gold. Our audience is global. It's no wonder we're live with free readings 3 times a week. That's right, all psychic and medium readings, along with astrology and tarot advice, 100% free. And with A1R, you can know we critically screen all of our hosts. They're all 100% of the light, no scammers. Join us Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for a truly mind-blowing experience. You're always welcome here. We love our listeners. Anyone can ask anything. Love, life, career, family, and more. It's your reading. Ask your question. Our hosts truly care and can't wait to help you. Earth's top psychics host shows on A1R Psychic Radio. Why? Because the audience is first, and they know it. With love, we welcome you. This is A1R Psychic Radio.
Hello, welcome to the show. This is Soulstar Radio. I'm your host, Jacqueline Closemore, and we're on A1R Psychic Radio and also Moonstruck TV across the interwebs all over the joint. So you'll find us somewhere, anywhere. I'm joined today at Whittlesea Chinese Medicine Clinic by, of course, our resident doctor, Dr. Anthony Holding. Good morning.
Good morning, Jacqueline, and thank you for coming back to my lovely clinic and having me on the show again.
We're back in fine form. Back consulting here. It's been a while. I've been off around the world, it seems.
You've been a very busy young lady. Yes. I follow you on Facebook. I don't do Twitter.
That thing, yeah.
Do you do that?
No, I don't. The bird is not necessarily the word, I find.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yes, I've been following your posts, and you've been a very active young lady.
Yes.
Awesome to see.
It's been interesting, I've got to say. The word interesting, I think, defines a lot without having to say anything, if you know what I mean. So today I think what we were going to do is talk a bit about, and as you're a Chinese medicine doctor and also practicing acupuncture and Chinese herbs and all that some wonderful stuff, we're going to talk about relationships and particularly around abuse and around power and control and getting your power back, because a lot of what I sort of see on the feed when people are watching in the show, which I can't see today because the particular equipment using to bring the show to you today. But there's a lot of stuff about, will he treat me right? Is he coming back? Usually it is he. Very occasionally you get he or she. But in any case, it's this sort of thing of, is he going to want me? Is he going to accept me? Is he going to give me love? Is he going to come back? And some people actually, of course, are in the category of, well, I don't want him back. Those sorts of things. And I've had a few clients of mine that I of course refer clients across to Dr. Anthony at times because he has those particular skill sets that, I feel that client needs. So if they're needing sort of a rebalancing or something like that, I feel it's going to be more beneficial along the acupuncture line, I'll bring them across to Tony. And if I'm more working for the magical side and using the herbs in my way, which are not internal, they're external, and I'm using them as little custom-made sachets that I fill with herbs and make wonderful smells, and it sort of sends an evocative energy that way. But yeah, when I sort of feel like it's got to be this way, I sort of send them across to you. And so we've had a few sort of people that I've been sending across in sort of a bit of a state of what's been going on a lot with people this year is that lack of empowerment, wanting to get it back. So what sort of themes have you found?
Basically what you've said there. The patients that you refer to me, I see they're disempowered. The beauty of the acupuncture, and particularly my style of acupuncture, is we self-empower, but it means I've got to have my stuff together too.
Yep.
That was one big reason we moved my home-based clinic to a commercial-based clinic, so that there was a distinct line between the two, and I can be a practitioner here and I can be a chef at home. So when I'm here, I go full-on practitioner mode.
Yep.
And I the impact of a patient or practitioner is very important. And I even have some, look, I'm not perfect at everything we do. I have some patients say to me, do you feel rather stressed today?
Yes.
That's because 2 hours before the patient was late, has a knock-on effect, or the patient I spoke to just found out they had cancer, or the patient I just spoke to just discovered they lost their baby. That has a real impact on a practitioner. And as practitioners, we need to be in control. And the beauty of having not a home-based clinic for me is I can actually leave that stuff at home. I take my coat off as I walk out the door. I put it on as I come in. However, it still resonates. You know, I can be awake at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 and 5 is the grief hour. I can wake up then and think about that. That patient that unfortunately lost a baby. But back to the patients themselves. A recent one was a divorce that happened 18 years ago. During the inquiry, we found out because he was such a narcissistic control freak, she walked out on him and kicked him out. So he hasn't got over the fact that she took control and pushed him out. Now he's back at her.
Oh, of course.
And she was all over the place, a very gifted artist, because I always tell my patients to paint, draw, play with ceramics or garden. The reason we go down that road, it takes them out of your thinking brain and into your non-thinking. You know, I love mowing lawns. We just moved on to a 23-acre property, and the two-thirds of an acre of that is lawn, which I mow with a tiny lawnmower because I live on a small property.
I'm wondering, do you like mow?
I do. I'm really, I'm really pedantic about how we mow the lawn.
Yeah, of course, right.
Maybe it's my inner greenskeeper.
I think that, but it's also a way of creating order, you know, in our daily life.
Yes, and it looks fantastic, a freshly mowed lawn. So this patient that you referred to me, lovely lady, she was all out of balance on her right side, which is her male side. She actually complained about the needling on the right side. I said, that's the male. And I actually then quizzed the patient to the particular point. So large intestine 4, which is a point here, it's known as a pain point. So on the right side, being the male side and a pain for a male, you can actually attribute it to him. And next to that is one called Heart 7 or Shenman. It's a heart empowering point. But when you get to the heart of a patient, you're actually within the inner circle. And the people in your inner circle are normally your partner, your children, your parents, your brothers and sisters, and then that circle expands as we go out. So when a patient mentions that the heart 7, left or right, left, female, right, female, is painful, I then quiz them. I said, it's someone within the inner circle who's done something wrong to you. Now, I can speak about another case of a lady I did that to, and she started crying as I put the point in. And I said, I'm sorry, that shouldn't have hurt. That's a male person in the inner circle, your inner circle, has done something wrong. And she burst into tears and proceeded to tell me that her brother-in-law had been filming her sister and their younger sister in the shower for the past 3 years. They were devastated because he was such a lovely man and the most
you sort of look at them and go, oh, he'd never be like that. No.
So the point of that, explaining that, is we can be quite specific to an event in a patient's life, knowing what the point is. And, of course, it goes further down the body between the big toe and the next, so liver 3, it's a known stress point. Again, male, female, and it can be just work-related, you know. My boss lady, I answer to a boss, and she's very bossy. So my left liver 3 is quite sore. She's not listening to this, I can say that. A Minister of Finance, or Minister of War and Peace, call it what you like. So we can be that specific, and by acupuncturing those known points, it rebalances the chi flow through the 12 meridians in the human body, and the patient leaves feeling relieved, lighter, and a bit vague. The vagueness is just the chi movement. And on another case, I treated a young lady where her parents separated after 21 years of marriage.
If
you could call it that. And then she never coped. The second eldest daughter didn't cope with the splitting of her parents, and the father wouldn't speak to her. So every time I needled the right side, she said, that hurts. Why does it hurt? That's your male side, it's your heart 7, it's dad. She burst into tears. She cried for the 30 minutes on the table, which is great. There's
release.
tissue boxes in every room. There's tissue boxes everywhere. I'll sit and cry with you.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
If particularly men, they break down. They don't want to break down if they want to laugh, but they do break, and I'll just sit there with them and sit in that space. I'm not afraid anymore to sit in their space. I used to be.
Yeah.
I had my own issues to deal with. We sorted that out to a degree. But we never stop self-development. So there's no such thing as an end, I've done it all. And anyone that tells me that, I go, actually, you haven't. Because you're hiding. That's right. So this young lady went away. She came back for her follow-up treatment a couple of days ago. I said, how was your week? She said, I spent most of the week crying.
Yep.
I lost my pet rabbit, and I kind of, okay, great. I'm an ex-farmer. I know rabbit problems. She had a pet one.
Yep.
And she said, I've never cried so much in my life. And I said, you know what was the best thing you did?
Exactly.
Was you are able to let that emotional release come out and just cry. And she goes, I cried unconsolably for about 3 hours.
Yep.
And I go, great, that's day one. And she continued that crying. She came in yesterday a completely different person.
Yeah.
So we get rid of that deep embedded stress and disorder that sits within the body and then can permeate or can come out years later as other diseases and disorders. Now, as you're aware, this is a bushfire area. In 2009, we lost 117 people just here, and I still treat bushfire victims. In fact, one young man, 21, still wets the bed.
Yep.
He went through it. He had major loss.
Yep.
We do the PTSD points, post-traumatic stress disorder points on their back, and within minutes of me actually needling those points, they drop and they cry.
Yep.
So the biggest 6 foot, 7 foot tall footballers that I treat that have gone through it, I do the bladder 11 on the back of the neck, which is where we hold grief in the lungs. That's the back shoe point of the lungs. So it releases grief embedded in the body. The PTSD points, and he howls 30 minutes.
Yep.
I take the points off, give him a gentle massage, and then he leaves completely refreshed and goes, thanks, I'll call you when I need another one.
That's right.
The beauty with them now, once you treat them once or twice, is they know when they need to come back.
Yeah.
And secondly, they're not afraid to cry.
Yep.
Which is great. It doesn't make there a sook or anything. It doesn't bother me.
I think the thing is, you get a lot of this toxic, patriarchal way of looking at emotion that's really quite scary, because some men will say, oh, feminism is scary, these women are going to take all this from us and da-da-da. But actually, the patriarchy is very destructive for men, because men need to be able to feel safe to express emotions. And I think if a little boy likes Barbie doll and likes pink glitter, well, let him have the damn Barbie doll and pink glitter, because, it doesn't mean he's going to turn into a weirdo. No. And what is a weirdo anyway? Because,
that's right.
You've got people of, and you look at the ancient cultures, there's 5 genders. And we're going to get into an argument about how many genders there are and all that sort of thing. But when you think of it, if you allow people to simply have emotions, instead of saying, you're a boy, you can't cry. Fight like a girl? Well, you better believe I'm going to fight like a girl. You better watch out. So, when you sort of say, oh, you run like a girl, that's actually really harmful, because women need to be able to be direct. And I used to be very direct in the boardroom, and I didn't think anything of it until I saw other women going, my God, I can't believe you said that. I said, well, why not? And it's because often women get told, you can't say that, you can't do that, you should smile more often. Can't you take a joke, love? And all these sorts of things. And it's really about being able to kind of say, well, no, actually, or particularly, as you say, with men bawling their eyes out on a table, and you being that male practitioner holding that space for them, that is actually really necessary at this point in our history. It's been necessary for a long time, but it's really good to start to see more of this, more of that feeling-centred, emotional intelligence, which I was talking about last week as well with another practitioner friend of ours. But yeah, it's about holding that space. So it's really, that's where you sort of look at the abuse in society. We actually have to take the load off men having to be macho and hold their feelings in. We need to allow blokes to actually express, I think, because then it's a safer place for women as well. And for there to be a partnership and a teaming in relationship instead of a bloke having to just put up sharp and be quiet.
Yes.
I think it's kind of not good.
Men are the last to make an appointment with me.
Yeah.
I very hesitantly allow a partner to book their husband or partner in with me without their knowledge.
Yes.
And I have a blanket rule. The answer to that is no.
Yeah.
Purely because I'm only here because my wife said.
Mm.
So I had a patient similar 2 weeks ago. In fact, he didn't even know why he was here. Mm. She brought him in. He sat over there, didn't want to look at me, took him into the consultation room. I said, how can I help you? He goes, I don't know. I said, sorry. He said, well, I don't know why I'm here. I don't allow +1s in my consultation. I had to go and get the wife and go, sorry, he doesn't know why he's here.
Yeah.
He was very dismissive, non-responsive.
Of course.
He didn't talk to me. He didn't want the acupuncture. He wouldn't take his shoes and socks off. He wasn't interested in it. I pushed him through. I changed my tone. I worked out what element he was. I talked to him as in a 5-element practitioner mode to work with his element. After the treatment, he said that was fine. He made another appointment reluctantly. He came back in a week later without his wife.
Yep.
Shook my hand when he walked in.
Yep.
And he said, I'd like to apologise to you for my attitude last week. That was huge.
That's massive.
Huge.
And see, that's the thing. If you've got a husband and he's like hard to drag along to anything, which
that's right.
Maybe actually say what you think he needs or what it is instead of sort of lumping it off the practitioner, because it can be really weird from personal experience as well of having some guy rock up and go, wife brought me here.
Yep. And they sit crossed arms.
Very much so.
And they turn away from you.
I would.
Yes.
I would be saying, what the hell is this? You know, it's like, what do you think you're doing, right? So try and involve him in the decisions. And the thing is, it's like, I think us women often expect you blokes to read our minds, and then you get the blokes who expect the women to read their minds. It's like, well, you should have known. You know, it's like, oh, God. And you just communicate. You know, sometimes I'll sit there in readings and clients will say to me, but what do you think he was about? Like, how about you ask him? I think the problem as well is because blokes then feel they shut down, you know, and they're shutting down because maybe they've been prodded a bunch of new times. And so that they don't feel like talking, and then that's where the discussion ends. And it's like, it's really important to just keep open to the partner. Like if you're bringing your guy along or you're bringing your woman along or however, talk about why, talk about how this might help them. Maybe you'll relax here. You know, that could be great. I mean, that's enough of a reason. And then they can figure out what they're getting out of this when they get here. So you had him come back again?
He's coming in for his third tomorrow.
There you go.
There was a complete and utter shift. He was almost like a different person that turned up for the second appointment.
Yeah.
Like he sat close at the table.
He's bought in now.
Yes. He was, and then when he was under the needles, she turned up and I spoke to her outside.
Mm-hmm.
Not about what we were doing with him, because you're not allowed to do that. But I said, how have you noticed a change? She goes, I've noticed a massive change. And in fact, can you book me in?
Yes.
Because now her highest element of stress was him and not only the children.
Yes.
She has sorted him out, and now it's mum's time to have a go.
Yes.
She's in.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see them both come back in.
Absolutely.
But the change was like Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
It was a complete and utter flip for him. And I was kind of proud that we were able to get him to do that.
Yeah, get through to him.
Exactly. And that's why I like 5 elements, because we work out their constitutional element, got nothing to do with your star sign or anything to do with that. It's the constitutional element of how you were brought up as a child up to the age of 4. And I work out which one they are. Often there's a few that confuse me. There's some that just fit into the pattern.
Of course.
Like a water element will always be late, and then they go to the toilet.
Yes. Of course.
Every time. And then they sit there and you've got to talk to them on an intellectual level.
Yes.
And they need to understand everything you're doing
and what's in it for them.
And what's in it for them before you even move out of the consult room.
Yeah, I find with them, they're like a code you have to crack when you're reading books.
Yes.
Because if you don't get it exactly how they want to hear that particular line, you are out. But if you put it exactly in that way, then they break this smile.
Yes.
And it's like it's tired.
They have a look.
And they do that. And then they open up, they giggle, and then you've got them. And you're like, oh,
once you
I made it in.
But they're always late. So water element, if anyone's late, I write water element straight away.
I find they want to learn. They've forgotten how to use their voice recorder.
Yes.
And they don't want you to figure it out for them, but they end up having to get you to figure out for them.
Yes.
Even though they've probably been shown how to do it. But they're late. It's the toilet, and it's can you fix my recording device? Actually, now that I'm not too bad to ask.
Yes, and I want the details of that
yes.
and how it's going to work and how you function before I go into your treatment room.
I actually had
well, hang on a minute. Yeah, 15 minutes late. Yeah, I went to the toilet and I've got 3 minutes to get this across.
Yeah, look, I had one of them bring me up, and and this was my early days before I learned how to sort of, come to the chase really quickly and just you either do an appointment or you don't. How about you go and think about this website thing, go and have a look. And this particular lady rang up, she started asking me 15,000 questions and doing all that water stuff. And then she says, so I just need to know, like, are you a Pisces? Because I really just need to make sure that we're compatible before I have the read.
There you go.
And I said, compatible? And she goes, yeah, compatible. And I went, are we dating? Because, I'm not really into girls, but I guess thanks. I guess I'm flattered.
I'm flattered, that's right.
Not really,
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. I think this call needs to end now. And I could even I could hear it in her tone and everything. I'm like, whoosh, whoosh, and I'm getting the ocean. Then finally she said, you're Pisces. And I'm like, oh, there we go. It's like, there's the ultimate water going on right there.
Mm-hmm. And also with water element people, their opinion is more important than yours.
Oh, yes.
And they will get it across whether you want to know about it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So water sort of permeates them.
Oh, doesn't it?
I find them the hardest to deal with, used to find them the hardest to deal with, until I understood 5 elements more. And because I'm a fire element, so I know fire and water, right? So now that I know that and I know what happens as a fire element practitioner with a water element patient, I can make modifications to suit them. Because it's not about me, it's about the patient. And the other thing with water element is it's more about what they don't say than what they actually do say. I said before, they've got a look about them. And when I see that look, I know they haven't stood a damn word I've said.
Yep.
So I then have to either not dumb it down, because that's not for them. You have to intellectually bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I change my terminology and my tone.
Yep.
And then I see them, the ears kind of stand up and go, right, now I'm resonating. Yep. Now you're actually listening to what I'm saying to you. But the other elements are much easier to deal with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it's like every psychic reader I know with any level of long-term experience in the field, like to go, today Libra. Like if you look star signs, right?
Yeah.
And so I actually set my shop up in South Yarra with wonderful pink walls and turquoise ceiling and butterflies flying over the ceilings and down part of the walls and glistening bits of glitter here and there, and and so whenever Libra would walk in, or Libra rising particularly, and because we're in the month of Libra, why not go there? They would actually walk through the shop, not purposefully like some of the other signs would, or just getting straight down into the reading room. There we go.
Get lost in it.
And then they go,
beautiful.
What a cute little shop you've got. And they'd say, cute little shop, every single one of them. And I'd go, you're Libra, aren't you? And they go, how did you know? And they go,
I'm sorry.
Must be my job. But actually it's because of the way they reacted to the colours and all this fuzziness that I put in the shop on purpose to sort of make it a little bit like walking into a candy house, only I'm not going to eat them and put them in the oven and like Hansel and Gretel.
So some of the elements wouldn't even see that.
No.
They wouldn't see the pink, and I've been in your place.
Yes,
it's loud.
It's loud.
They wouldn't see the pink, they wouldn't see the purple, they wouldn't see the butterfly.
I know. I know, they just sit there and go,
which one's yours? Which shop's yours?
Yeah. I actually have that. People turn up like they're off the other end of the street. Very rare.
Yeah.
And it actually has on the link of where to go to and all that. So like look for the hot pink shop. Like it's hot pink out the front. Just pink cerise, which I'm wearing, of course. And then inside it's like this lovely pastel pink, very nice, almost looks like fairy floss. And it's done that way on purpose.
Yeah.
Because frankly, I couldn't live in that, but I enjoy working in that.
Yeah, that'd be a great environment. Mine's not pink, thankfully. It's quarter strength, Hogs bristle.
Well, Hogs bristle indeed.
Yes.
It's very bristly with hogs, but thankfully not. So the 12 meridians you talked about before, what are they and where are they for those that don't know?
Unfortunately, I don't have my model with me, which would be the best thing to actually show you, but they run around the entire body and they interchange like a highway and they connect at different points. And those connection points, or just even the basic point of a meridian, can get blocked. So there's a particular meridian, spleen 6. That's the interjunction of 3 meridians in the feet. So yin
we mean feminine. Yep.
We mean feminine. So one single point can actually unblock 3 meridians.
Yep.
So as I say to my patients, there's 365 meridians and 365 acupuncture points and 12 meridians. And no, that does not mean I'm going to stab you 365 times today. It's minimum needles, maximum results.
Yeah.
So the least amount of needles we use is actually more beneficial than the most amount of needles that a patient practitioner uses. I know one particular myotherapist, she puts 90 needles in a patient's back, 90.
And she has oxygen
yes.
in case you pass out.
Because that's what happens, because the body goes into shock because it's been needled too many times. It actually collapses. The chi collapses and the patient faints. And she's known for it.
Yeah.
And as Jacqueline said, she has an oxygen bottle on standby.
Yes.
That's ludicrous.
It shouldn't be illegal.
It should be illegal.
It's kind of scary. I actually got a gift voucher for that person, and I sort of went, Ching! And you could say, well, Jacqueline, you should have really recycled, reduced, reused, and just, gifted that onto someone. But I thought, I think I'd be culpable if I did that.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's really important to choose your practitioner carefully. It's been wonderful to talk to you again, Dr. Anthony,
Thank
who
you so much.
can find in Whittlesea Chinese Medicine Clinic.
Just Google me.
Google him, you'll
Yeah,
find
I'm
him.
all over it. International, mate.
That you certainly are, darling. He treated one of my clients from Japan. In the meantime, we're going to nick off for this week, and we'll catch you next week. There'll be a lot more shows tonight on A1R Psychic Radio, and we'll catch you next time. In the meantime, bye, darlings.
Hello everyone, this is me, Fiona, Virgin Media Miami Power, and you are guys listening to Avid Advice Show. As you guys see, I'm in the hospital. I'm not sick. I'm feeling absolutely good, but one of my family members is, and that's why I'm here for her. So, and we should do this show, so I said like I would not let my audience and followers and fans on Avid Advice will wait another week to not having me and not having any questions. As you guys know, I'm charging $35 per minute. So I know for many of you guys, $35 per minute is a lot of money. So that's why I would love to say I would be there for you guys no matter what, especially right now at the moment, even in the hospital. Because I'm receiving a lot of emails. You guys DM me on my Instagram, beg me for my regular show on A1R Radio Network, Avid Show, and Persian Medium Show. So that's why I feel like it doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter where I am today. I will just listen to my audience, listen to my followers, fans, and I'm here. So let's talk about health, and let's talk about how we can be grateful and thankful just as we can move our body and just we can feel and sense that mentally and physically we are good and well. There is people that wake up every single morning and they just say, well, I'm not lucky. I don't like this and that. I'm not counting myself as a person who actually been successful. And you're always trying to find a way to say something, to act somewhere, to just like make yourself to not valued as a person. So if it's you, and if you are the person that's always trying to say something negative and nasty about yourself, to yourself, and do the self-sabotage, I would say stop it right away. Number one, you're not going to feel good until you really understand about our value and what we have as a talent and what God gave us as a gift. Basically, when you are healthy, when you do not need to even go anywhere, to having a shot, to having a surgery, to doing all those things that actually need around it right now, then basically you are a lucky person. So you don't need to do anything and done anything, because I really feel and sense that everything happened for some reason. So basically, what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, now the doctors and other people coming in the room as well, but I'm in the radio show, so basically I'm going to be there for you guys. Sorry about that if I'm going to be interrupted by anyone, but you guys understand about my situation. So let's just go and back to you guys. I have Mikael from Sweden, Stockholm. Well, hello. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me here.
Of course, what more do?
So what's up here?
Yes, exactly. So sorry. Actually, as you see, maybe actually you see my face right now. I'm actually in the hospital for some of my family members that have surgery. So basically, that's why I'm doing my show live. So that's why I'm actually in the middle of something, and sometimes the doctor come in and stop me. So I'm sorry about that. I will do my best to give you all the advice I can with my heart. Okay, number one, give me your date of birth, and number two, where are you living in Sweden? Are you in Stockholm, Gothenburg? Where are you?
I am in close to Gothenburg, actually. So very close to Gothenburg, or well, 1 hour from there.
Oh, wow.
I'm on the West Coast as well.
Is it cold there?
Well, it's still a little bit cold there, like 2+ or something. Outside, so
I know.
very warm.
I live in Sweden, honey, almost in 20 years, like all my life. I raised in Sweden, so I know exactly what's going on. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, but, well, springtime's coming soon. So we'll hopefully get some warmer weather. That's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I'll be leaving here, but it's very beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. And did you live in California, or are you coming to California, to LA?
California, I have never been there actually in America, but I would be it would be very nice to be there. I just talked to somebody who has a friend in California actually, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day.
I would definitely recommend you to come to LA, to California. And if you ever come to California and LA, my practice is actually in Corona del Mar. And I always actually have time for people who come from the country of mine, which is my country. Actually, I count it as a Sweden, Stockholm, because I raised there. So, and people who come from actually Stockholm, Sweden, Gothenburg, people who come from Australia, Canada, London, they kind of prioritize all the time to see me face to face. So basically, if I come here, so please DM me and send me email to virginmedium@gmail.com, and I would love to see and talk to you about things. So now, back to you. You definitely have something in your mind that you would love to see, some burning questions that you are looking for hard burning answers.
So perfect timing, actually. Like, seriously, like, I had this thing coming, like, I kind of actually just manifested a job, which is very... Because I talked about this job, this was the only job I wanted here in Sweden. So it's just a normal job as a delivery guy. I wanted to drive a car. And I got it today, and at the same time, in the Netherlands, I got the opportunity to work as a volunteering in like a raw food place and restaurant, and just stay in Amsterdam for a while. And both of these options just came to me at the same time today. And I would like to know if I should stay or should I go?
It will be super fantastic, because the way that I feel and the way that I sense right now at the moment, you are in a change and challenge position. So basically, universe trying to bring opportunities to your door. So every single opportunity is coming from other side. Let's say from other countries, let's say that from other places, or kind of like other companies, other friends, maybe new resources, new circumstances, or anything in regard to that. So please just try to say yes to it. Because whatsoever it would be as a change and challenge for you, that would be fantastic. So from now on, you are not in a place that you should be concerned and worried about your future if you may actually make some not good decision. So your decision whatsoever is going to be today has to do with change, has to do with challenge, change the countries, doing something that would be fantastic. So no fears allowed, no fears, no doubt, and no kind of things, maybe I should wait, maybe I should not. You have to just listen to your own God's feelings right now, because you have psychic abilities, you have energies that I can see. I'm not telling to everybody this. It's not because I want to tell you because I'm going to make you to feel happy and say, oh, you have some talent. No, you do. You know what I'm talking about. You have that ability. Because, and you are strongly in the vortex center of time. So basically, whatever you are asking right now is just coming. That's why I wanted you to ask non-stop, 24 hours and 7 days, non-stop, ask and receive. And it doesn't matter exactly what you're asking, with whom you're asking, how you are asking, what type of money you want, what type of amount of money you are asking. All you need to do, be unrealistic about what you are asking.
Yeah, like to actually talk about something that is it's a higher standard, because when I do, it usually happens. When I believe, of course, but
You're really, really fantastic. I'm super proud of you because when I'm actually right now talking to your energy psychically, I see you accomplish a lot. So if any change comes to you, anything that comes to you right now, tomorrow, week from now, month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, and then actually hour from now, just say yes to it.
Yeah, but I have done that for a couple of years now. I was thinking, okay, take a little break from unknown.
And you deserve it. And you deserve the best. Why you deserve this? Because, you work so hard. You've been such a strong person. You help a lot of people. You have a heart named as a golden heart. You're not doing things just for yourself. You're doing all the time things for others because you want to bring love and prosperity and abundance to others. And you're always trying to be thankful and grateful to God.
Oh, I'm really good at that. So what's the can I have another question as well?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, that thing with why, we're staying or going, I'm really good with, manifesting, good things for other people, but I'm kind of, focusing too much on other people maybe, because it's I never go with them on that journey usually. But it's leading them there in a good direction, and then eventually I'm just here staying with myself anyway. Yeah.
Well, did you ever doubt about, let me ask you this way, did you ever doubt about your dreams, or kind of did you may actually manifest and connect it to your dreams, but then because the dreams didn't happen almost immediately, or maybe it's still not happening yet, so are you kind of feeling that, I'm kind of doubting about that, maybe I should change my directions, maybe I'm not doing the right things? Is this something that happened to you?
Well, at this very moment, yeah, I'm kind of well, let's say that I've been on a spiritual journey for a while, and I'm kind of getting back to my own place, and just getting back to just having a normal life, doing nothing really, and see where that goes, and relaxing a little bit from this adventure side, I guess.
So do this right now for me, and I wanted you to really take it seriously. I wanted you to write it down every single night. I wanted you to have 1 glass of water. You are not drinking it. You're just having it next to you, and you have one paper, like a A4 paper, one side of a paper that you can write down whatsoever you have in your dreams and desires. You write it down almost in between 5 to 10 of almost impossible dreams that you ever had. And I wanted you to be unrealistic. And this is things that you have to do it in 21 days. 21 days. So if you just like 21 days, if you just forget about one night, let's say that you've been tired, you forgot to do the same things as I told you, then you have to do it again. You have to do it again. So basically, 21 days before the deadline, you are just write it down exactly what you want. Means all unrealistic dreams and desires that's still not happening, I wanted you to focus on it. And it's not anything like doubting. You should not doubt. You should not even feel it. And I wanted you to even feel that you have already $10 million in your account and you are going to plan in 21 days. I wanted you to plan on this $10 million or better say, whatever it is. $20 million, whatever is unrealistic in your mind, I wanted to now plan for it. Okay, let's say that you have $2 million. You want to buy the house for $2 million, example. You want to invest your money on stock. You want to actually buy Ferrari. You want to actually have this and that. You want to travel to Hawaii. Whatever you have and you want to do with this $10 million, I wanted you to write it down. Means that you have it and you're starting to plan. So it's in 21 days. You are planning for these $10 million, not 10 million crowns, or the Swedish actually, money is $10 million. So if you have $10 million, what are you going to do? You have it right now in your account. What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do next week? What will happen in between now until actually 21 days when it comes to that 20, or better say $10 million? So then when you are writing down every night, you just closing your eyes and just say, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and thank you so much for everything that you gave it to me, and I need more. I want more. You have to be greedy. When it comes to money and finance, you have to always be greedy. There is no down to earth. There's no humble feelings about money. When it comes to money, you have to say, I love money. I'm actually going after money. Come after me all the time, and I'm greedy. I want more and more and more and more. So number two, when you wake up every morning, you drink that water that you already have. So the paper that you already wrote all your dreams, it has to be on top of that glass of water, on top. Put something on top of it because it's not going to fall somewhere then. Then you wake up every single moment when you wake up. The only things that you do, you drink this glass of water in 21 days. Then I wanted you to actually call me or communicate with me. Maybe you can call and communicate with me through A1R, but I wanted you to go to avidadvice.com, sign up, and then send me an email through Avid Advice, chat with me through Avid Advice, and tell me what type of miracle you received after all those things that I told you. Every single of my clients, fans, followers, and students, they come back one after each other and told me that something very good, very significant as a big miracle happened to their life.
Do you know something when you're saying the last things at least?
Yeah. You're going to be one of them, I promise you. You're going to be one of them that can actually, notify me and says, well, Fiona, yes, my life completely changed and exactly almost close that 21 days before the 21 days passed. I got exactly what I wanted. I'm now in the most amazing road in my life that I ever been. I promise you are going to do that. I can even feel and sense it psychically. You're so ready. You're really, really ready. You are so ready. I mean, I don't know what else I have to say, but you are
well, it would have to be in California probably to get $10 million.
Definitely. And remember that. Even if it's not the money come, the place coming that's going to take you to get that money. So that means that all the resources around you will change. Circumstances will change. Positive people with money come around you. You're going to really watch and see, really, and have your popcorn and trying to really lay back and relax and see. You will see after 21 days how everything in between you, universe, in between you, new circumstances, in between you and your new friends who are actually going to take you to the next level, in between you and new companies, people around will change.
Okay.
I promise.
I will definitely
this is going to happen non-stop. I promise you. Yeah. This is something that I promise. If you started, you just going to say, I just want to continue to just like have this. Let me ask you questions. Do you have children? Do you have family already?
Not really anything that keeps me down like that. Or settled here. So, yeah. So that's a good thing, I guess, still. My problem is, though, that I have had, like, this happening, like, my problem is that I'm kind of missing out, like, in the lost in this kind of thing. One time definitely 2 times I manifested some very easy money that was just in my hands, but I kind of lost the opportunity. Really? By not reading an email.
Go for unrealistic manifestation. If you really want to get something, that is exactly what I always say to my students. You want to be millionaire, go around billionaire. So you want to be really wealthy and actually get something, then don't manifest for $100,000 or $200,000. Manifest for at least $4, $5, $6 million. That's what you have to do.
Okay.
You have to just change the way that you are manifesting. You have to you have to really change the way that you are thinking, the way that you are feeling, and you never should ask when, how. It's not possible. I don't think so. Well, what are you talking about? Like how Mondays? Yeah. No doubt allows in manifestation. No doubt allows when you ask the universe that you want something. And your focus has to be on something that you have already and you feel good about it, not something that you do not feel good about it. If you ever focus on something that you do not feel good about it, then you're not going to get what you want. Please stay away. Hijack your subconscious mind. Tell your subconscious mind, you're not allowed to be negative. You're not allowed to think of any negativities, any negative people, and any crazy people around. That's all I wanted you to do from now on. And I'm so sure, psychically, I can tell you have a big jump almost around the month of April. So basically around the April 23rd to the April 29th, I see actually a very good news and very good jump for you, which actually going to change and challenge your life in a very strong way, very positive way. So just, stay calm and really feel and sense the energies, the raising of money or the finance or whatever you're asking. You're asking for to be famous, to actually have an end, to anything that you want, any type. That doesn't matter. And get more happiness because you know that money can buy happiness. Happiness is happiness. Come to you. But money can just buy comfort. But happiness is something that you have inside. And no one can take it away from you, with or without money. That's why if you bring more happiness to your life, I promise you, everything will manifest in the right directions. But the most important part, my love, you should not doubting about if it's coming or if it's not coming. Answer is yes, more than 100%, it will come.
Yeah. It's in the choices, like sometimes when the universe provides everything at once, every time the universe provides everything all at once, so that I have to choose, and it's so hard to choose when there is options. I'm afraid of making the wrong choice. I make the wrong.
So we have just 90 seconds. I wish if I could just talk longer, but for more information about the Persian Medium, go to PersianMedium.com, avidadvice.com, sign up, get your 5 free minutes, talk to me or any advisor that you want, and please call me back on Avid Advice and tell me exactly what's going on. Thank you so much for all love, help, DM, and emails and anything. I don't know. I'm actually really speechless. I'm thankful and grateful for every each of them. And thank you so much, A1R. To be you, and without you guys, I wouldn't even help tons of people around the world. Thank you. God bless you guys. I love you so much, and have a great one, and bye.
Hi, I'm Mark. Thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air, Psychic Talk Radio Now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hey, cats and kittens. Welcome to Fairy Lines, New York City Celebrity Psychic. As always, I'm so looking forward to talking to you because we just get the coolest people. And thank you all for the lovely... I guess I should call it fan mail. It's so nice. You can email me at Perry Lyons. That's P-E-R-I, like periwinkle. Lyons is L-Y-O-N-S. On Facebook or Perry Lyons at Wixsite.com. And I always answer. and I'm always happy to hear from you. So let's get going. Ready? So we're going to start off, as always, with the psychic weather forecast, which is done with the tarot. I pick 3 tarot cards that sort of bring up the general kind of psychic weather for the week ahead, issues that will be coming up for anybody who's chosen to be tuning in to watch or listen. It's different than regular weather. Thank gosh, this week. And also, I just want to say our hearts here go out to everyone affected by Hurricane Dorian, and you're in our thoughts. So, okay. So non-harmful, very good psychic weather. Let's see. And this is, I never prepared this beforehand. So, this is interesting. Okay. The first one is the Ace of Swords. This means that in your life this week, there might be a beginning of a new way of looking at something or a new idea. That idea that you had about like sushi restaurants for cats that use mice instead of fish. Okay, that's not going to work. But any other idea you have would be really good. And it's an idea, it's a week for new starts. So new starts in the way you think and the way you influence people around you. Because remember, you have a lot more power than you think. Okay, woo! Okay, that was fun. Okay. This week is also a week in which you're going to be getting or giving some sort of, either somebody's going to be helping you out, so you might be getting family money. If so, please feel free to send it. That's Perry Lyons, P.O. Box, no. Or you might be doing some volunteer work or contributing something to charity. Giving to Red Cross is a really good thing this week, and it always comes back tenfold, so just keep that in mind. So there's giving to charity, or there's receiving help from someone because you deserve it. All right. Ooh, I'm really enjoying that. Okay. And the next card has to do with, it's a King of Pentacles card. This is a male energy that's very supportive, very grounded. It can be fatherly, or it can be somebody in your life, a good boss. Oh, we got Teresa, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, waiting. So be right with you, Teresa. Hi. It could be a good boss. It could be, but it's somebody, it's a helpful male figure, often a bit older. It's also, he might be, because pentacles represent earth signs sometimes, so he could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. As somebody who has a personal Taurus at home, I can highly recommend them, but all 3 are good signs. Okay, so, oops, sorry about that. And now we're going to take Teresa. I really enjoy doing that. I'm just going to throw cards all night. Okay, hi, Teresa. How are you, my love?
Hello.
Coffee?
I am okay. I've been going through some a rough phase for the last couple months, and just need to hear some good stuff. So if there's anything that you can give me to look forward to, it would be great.
Okay. Let me ask my guides and draw some cards. It feels like this is on a couple of different fronts, that you've had, some money issues, work issues, and some family issues. And it also feels to me like you're the person who everybody relies on. And maybe you don't have really somebody that you can rely on. It's like the buck stops here with you. You're the... Yeah? Okay, so first I'm going to ask you for your birthday, because I'm going to send a card. No, that's how I connect to you. So tell me your birthday.
July 8th.
Cool.
Do you need the year?
Answers. You know what? That's okay. I won't ask yours. You don't ask mine. Well, there is some good news coming up. This is really interesting because, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you are surrounded by people who do kind of hand over responsibility to you and maybe aren't taking enough responsibility for their own lives. Does that ring true for you?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. However, this card means that you're going to be taking a deep breath, standing up straight, looking in the mirror and saying, "Hello, gorgeous," which always always helps. And you're going to be sort of taking control of your life a little more, because one problem is that you're so generous and you give everything you have to everybody else. But right now, it's a moment where you have to kind of put the oxygen mask on yourself, like they say in airplanes, before you put it on your kids. So you can nourish yourself first. It does feel to me like after about mid-October, oh, this is a good card, things are going to start getting better. I think one thing is that you're very proud, and it's very hard for you to ask for help for people. I'm not going to say ask for help, but I am going to say just reach out to a couple of people and share what's going on with you, because you listen to everybody else. But I don't think, our close friends and our close family members, when we trust them and tell them what's going on with us, it's like giving them a gift. It doesn't make you weak, and it doesn't take anything away from you. But I think if you tell one or two people about what's going on with you, that would help. And it looks like there's some sort of help coming in a different way. The Knight of Swords card, it's a knight in shining armor card. And this looks like there's one very functional person sort of, it looks like in your family setup. This might be, do you have a daughter with a husband? I mean, obviously you're not old enough, but.
No, I have 3 sons.
You have 3 sons.